after taking 10 days, finally decided to help the dying mountain climber, Garrett. But before they could reach their dying adventurer friend, they got WTF pwned by an avalanche. After incurring 2 points of exhaustion from the avalanche, our adventurers continued. Failing their roles miserably, they incurred 2 more points of exhaustion trying to save Garrett's useless friends from Yetis. At this point, even Garrett suggested coming down from the mountaintop. However, Fendon, the lovable healer who doesn't know what consent is, died, receiving 6 points of exhaustion. Our heroes sullenly rested in the Dwarven Valley, caring for Fendon's body. Dejected and defeated, they moved with Garrett to Caer Konig to regroup and climb the peak once more. Will our heroes survive? Will Icewind Dale demolish them? Will Fendon get a proper burial? Find out this time on Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Was awesome.
Thank you. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, that does. I had.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, good start.
Yeah.
Essentially, last we left our adventurers, they were in the Dwarven Valley. They had just gotten there as they were on their way to find a climber that was lost in the mountains named Garrett. They had been tasked by his husband to find him. They had his dog Boy along with them, and at the base of the mountain they saw a bunch of sled dogs that were all tied together and sort of restrained. They managed to survive for this 10-day and a half by eating rations that were sort of in this box. From there, Fendon went up to them and released them, not understanding how hungry or exhausted they were. He wasn't aware that they would just dart as soon as he released them from their restraints. From there, they ran to the nearest town, Caer Konig, or they ran in the direction of Caer Konig. Upon attempting to climb the mountain, they ran into an avalanche, as well as failing a multitude of checks, which eventually led to points of exhaustion upon points of exhaustion upon points of exhaustion. It was really just unfortunate rolling. From there, they found Garrett and discovered that he was still alive, somehow, someway. Going up the mountain, Garrett sort of convinced them that he needed to find the rest of his party before he would be willing to leave. He said that if the party wasn't willing to help him, then he would go alone, and the party was not keen to the odds of him being able to survive. At which point, upon attempting to scale the mountain, it proved to be a much more daunting task than the party had intended. Garrett then informed them that they should go back to the town and regroup and rethink things over before proceeding up the mountain once again. On their way back down the mountain, the resident Furbolg druid dropped dead, frozen, seemingly from hypothermia. After his body seizing for a few minutes, it stopped. The party members being unable to carry the body down the mountain, Garrett offered his services to drag the body to the Dwarven Valley. Once in the Dwarven Valley, the party rested for a few days to recover their bearings, before setting off to Caer Konig to find the guide and a few other people to possibly help them scale the mountain and retrieve Garrett's party that he had been leading. Alright, as you guys come over the mountaintop, you guys can see the white snow-covered slopes of Kelvin's Cairn loom large behind this quiet lakeside town. Caer Konig started as a camp for a group of mountaineers from the northern Moonsea region. Both Adrian and Jill would know this. Its architecture consists a bit... It seems as though it used to be... I'm not sure how to describe it, actually. They really don't give a whole lot of details on the architecture. I'm just going to drag you guys to that map. Essentially, it's surrounded by a wooden palisade. I believe it is. Nope, that's wrong. It is actually just an open town. Cool.
Oh,
I wish they would give descriptions.
We gonna die
why?
because there's no palisade.
It consists of terraced road houses that recede from the shore of Lake Dinishire, like tiers in an amphitheater. The harbor is frozen, its docks skewed and broken by the shifting ice. Buried under the snow on the slopes above the last row of houses are the ruins of Caer, that once gave the town its name. A reminder to the people that Caer Koenig, nothing lasts in this corner of the world. Caer was a castle that the original founders had erected, and it has since fallen into ruin. I need to drag your characters on here.
I'm assuming this is the castle over here.
Yes, and you guys are actually coming from that direction, so... Because you guys did not take the road, you guys went through the wilderness, if I remember correctly.
My mouse issue made the chat pop out, and now it's somewhere I don't want it to be.
Just get rid of it.
Oh yeah, I still
Yeah,
haven't
'cause it
updated
makes the
Cornelius'
chat break.
token, so it's still the tiny one. Okay, your guys' tokens are not to scale yet. Give me just a sec.
Is this?
That looks
to-
pretty even, so we'll go with that.
But is this to quote unquote scale?
That's not what I meant. I meant like big enough for you guys to maneuver them. So
Hmm.
Giants are attacking the town.
you guys would be too tiny if I put it at like actual scale.
I'm down. I'll just zoom in.
All right, let me drag on a few other characters.
Oh boy. We get more characters?
Maybe,
Like a dog?
maybe.
Yeah, we get Garrett and the Brady Bunch.
Oh god, I need to make you an actual token. My bad.
I sent you a token.
Apply the circular crop.
Yes, you did. I just forgot to set it up. So that is my bad. Let me set it up really quick.
You're good.
So let's see. We're missing a oddly feminine looking Garrett. And then a dog. And then we have our whole... Well, it's a female scout token.
Right.
That's why it's odd.
Okay. I mean, you know, Garrett's a pretty man. That's fine.
That wasn't how the picture of Garrett looked
That is way too big.
back when...
I should
His
actually
husband
probably
Kratos has
us.
arrived.
Yeah, right? Great.
The god of war has descended upon this plane.
What do you mean? I'm here. Settle down, guys. I've been here the whole
Yes,
time.
Adrian, the god of war.
Do you have dark vision?
I
Or
do
no?
not.
Okay.
Oh boy. Another one.
Another one? What do you mean?
Another one without dark vision.
Is your guys' AC on red or blue?
Red.
Okay.
Unless my AC is 3, which it could be.
It's red for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Also, it says I have 10 HP. I have
Lol.
more than 10 HP.
Lol.
Oh, was it halved? I
Lol,
know.
I'll
'cause his
fix your
token.
token too while I'm on this page, actually.
If it was halved, it still wouldn't be 10. That's why I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, it's because it's from lots of poor token to
Oh,
your
is it the
character
other
sheet
Cornelius?
things.
Yeah, I still haven't fixed your token from when it was broken.
Is it Wayward Cornelius who had aspirations, but when given the chance to proceed, chose not to?
That's
Huh?
what feels bad.
Oof.
Yeah, the other one that got messed up because it didn't let me select my shit.
Oh,
Oh, be an
yeah,
assassin
that
now.
one.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just not even gonna pick an archetype. Fuck it.
Yeah, that one.
Alright, let me fix your token while I'm on this page.
Hype.
Represents
Don't you
Cornelius.
guys love just doing maintenance? Because that's actually my favorite thing.
FaceTiming. I was like, oh no.
Oh god.
Resource.
Do you want to FaceTime, Fat?
I'm just, my privacy is being invaded in my own home.
Fat, let's FaceTime.
FaceTime is stuff for not poor people.
Ouch.
So I don't need to elaborate to you.
I said let's FaceTime, not what's FaceTime.
Ah. No, Denny knows. I misheard.
That hurts, Fat.
Oh shit!
I didn't even do anything wrong. I know what FaceTime is.
Why is FaceTime for not poor people?
Because you have to have an iPhone.
Ah.
Okay, now your shit's your shit's working, right?
But you could still video chat with.
Yeah, but it's not FaceTime.
What's the difference?
One is
It's not
actually called
FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Okay.
Imagine the plebeians not being able to call their voice video chat FaceTime. Oh, the humanity.
Same thing, different name.
I mean,
That's all it is.
there are lots of things kind of like that.
Well, yeah, but I
Well-
was talking specifically about FaceTime.
True.
Imagine being as small as Cornelius. Ha 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 ha.
It allows me to be
Slink
even more
between
useless in
buildings?
combat. No.
Oh, okay. You know, in earlier editions, it did make you slightly different in combat.
Yeah, of course it did.
+1 to AC, but it's +1 to AC, +1 to hit, but your damage is nerfed by 1 die.
Yeah, when you had to have a middle school degree to play D&D.
Yes.
I apologize. I thought I was much more prepared than this, but it turns out I am not as prepared as I thought I was.
You were
Lessons
apologizing
learned.
exclusively to your stream, because none of us mind.
None of us mind at all.
I mean, but the streams are just for us, right?
Pretty much.
No one.
Easy.
If people watch, then that's cool. If people like, I'm not going to like pressure anybody into watching though.
It's a side benefit.
Oh my god! Let me go straight to all of our platforms so I can watch.
Let me
I'm-
just create an
No.
Utility.
Let me just create an Omegle bot real quick.
Oh no.
Spam this link. Hi, hello. Wait 2 seconds. Watch this link.
No, you go on
Huh.
Omegle, right, and you meet up with strangers, but your camera feed is actually just the stream.
That's kind of
You get a
sick.
bunch of people just like unknowingly subjected to the stream.
I like it. Maybe some of them will enjoy D&D and then watch all our things.
Yeah, and then just stay around and we won't get the view count on the platform that matters and we'll still not grow.
Well, maybe they'll ask for a link. You never know.
Ooh, I like that. I do never know.
Or they'll create like 1,000 fake accounts and flag the video.
Well. Well.
Yeah. Huh.
From
I
one
guess
end
if
to
you
the
are
other.
afraid like that, like Fat is, then that is a very realistic possibility that will happen to you and your channel at all times.
Wait, if what happens?
That's not my interpretation. I'm just saying you have to be vigilant.
Don't even worry about it, Amaya. The videos are just gonna get flagged thousands of times.
I mean, my videos have been flagged before for music, but they were just for like I don't really care, so because they
I
aren't
don't
actually going out to remove the videos or anything like that. They're just using them for analytic and monetization purposes, which doesn't really bother me at the moment because I'm not even a monetized channel.
Just you wait until people start doing bad things.
All right, now I am prepared because everybody's took their stuff and everybody should be fine.
Okay, we're leaving this town, right? Like
What's
right
that?
now?
Let's just double back.
Yeah, we're leaving right now. Good luck, Amaya.
This isn't Grandma's house.
Yeah. I wanted to go.
Huh.
I wanted to go into the Dwarven Valley and fight Boris.
Yes!
Huh.
What is?
How does that make you feel? How prepared were you?
Well, let's roll.
Roll for initiative right off the bat.
Roll
You're
for
not leaving
3
this town.
cross tracks. Well,
All right, are we good to go? That's the to confirm.
Yes. Let me just drag on Garrett's.
Garrett, yeah.
I don't really care about Boy's token right now. I can
That's
drag
fine,
him on in
yeah.
a second if you guys want me to.
We're just gonna assume that Boy's with him at all times.
yeah,
We're
Boy
gonna
can
forget
just.
about him
The
again.
Boy is next
We're gonna
time.
totally forget about Boy, and it's fine.
It's not our.
As
job.
long as you can. Yeah.
Hey, at least I fed Boy, or Fendon fed Boy.
Yes, with.
Oh,
his
that's right.
hooks.
One of us is gonna have to do that. Terrible job. Well, he pissed on my shoes, so screw him.
There is some fresh meat. Back preserved.
Oh, that's dark.
It's what he would want.
No, maybe actually. I don't know.
Did he ever tell you how he wanted his body to be disposed of?
We're doing
No,
a
because
traditional
he told
burial, and
me.
that's all.
He told me he would like to be fed to Boy.
Can we get a confirmation on that?
Fendon would like the dragon cultist to take his body by airship mail back to the forest.
Okay, so we're
Let me
burning
check
his body. Got it.
I don't know if I do, but let me check.
Look at us, looking like a bunch of badasses. We have someone that's almost a ranger, someone that's almost a rogue, a monk, a fighter, and then a cleric.
I already gave you guys the picture of Targus, alright?
I think sure. Yeah. Does this just look like Targos?
Well, no, I was just wondering if I had given you guys that picture already. This is a
Yeah.
picture of the wilderness, by the way, and what the aurora looks like at night.
Aurora Borealis.
Ooh, wonderful art.
I've been
That-
looking and finding like a bunch of really nice artwork that has to do with like Icewind Dale and like some battle maps and stuff on Reddit.
Sorry,
That-
my
Oh,
house was
James RPG
exploding.
art and stuff. Wait, what was exploding?
My house.
Oh.
That's normal.
Again?
Again.
Yeah, Siri wasn't listening to us.
Oh, I thought you meant like the last time when your was that your 8?
Oh, my
your-
air conditioning, not my whole ass house. No.
Oh, okay.
Let's jump right into this.
Well, that's parts of your house exploding
Alright.
because
Yeah,
it literally
so-
exploded.
Let's do it.
As you guys approach the Karakonig and sort of the cliffside that drops down into the center of town, Garrett looks back to all of you as he is dragging Fendon's body behind him. I know where we can speak to some guides and some people that are good at these sorts of things. They should be able to help us climb the mountain again safely.
Is there anything we can do regarding a burial? If we have one out here, I imagine it would cause quite a scene.
The ground is a bit too hard for burials this far north. We burn our dead.
Well, that would be adequate and fine, but as long as it won't cause an unwelcome spectacle.
The other issue is the wood. We don't really have a pyre here. We would have to transport him to another town. Unless, of course, we can somehow... unless you guys can pay for some wood from the expedition store? I'm not entirely sure.
I would imagine we can pay for the wood given the circumstances. How much is the wood?
It really depends. You would have to talk to them there. I don't quite remember.
I'll go and inquire. If you all want to make yourselves at home and find the inn, I'll track you down later.
I actually recommend we all go to the expeditions, at least at the beginning.
Very well. Let's go.
And then Garrett begins leading you guys towards the Frozen Fire expeditions.
He's fast.
Alright, as you get closer to the store, Adrian, you feel as though you recognize somebody who's standing out front.
What are they dressed like?
She's wearing a plague doctor mask and robes.
Let me zoom in.
This isn't like actually like the clothing is a bit more heavy than this, but you
Well.
see her. You see standing next to her, leaning against the wall, is a very large man. You would assume him to be Goliath.
Upon seeing her, I will call out in like the happiest tone that I can, Anastasia, and then I'll like remove my mask and start approaching,
Oh, Adrian, is that you?
and then I'll run over and give her like a big jumping hug.
She sort of embraces you and hugs you tight. It's been so long. How have you been? We haven't seen each other since I set off for the glacier.
Adrian has been better.
Adrian, you're talking about yourself in third person now?
Adrian's been through a lot. And then she like motions toward the scout Garrett carrying Finn's body.
Oh, Garrett, it's been a while. When was the last time I saw you? It was probably about 5 years ago. Yeah, I suppose it would have been about that long. Yeah, I suppose it would have been. Oh, Khan, is that you?
Oh, Garrett! And I'm gonna go up and like give him this big bear hug. You look like hell, man. What happened?
That's a bit tight. I guess it's normal. He sort of like coughs as you like set him down. It's. Oh man, your hug is as tight as always. I've been okay. How have you been? What brings you to the towns what brings you to the towns today?
Escorting this fine young lady to this town.
Escorting
about it.
Anastasia. I'm not really sure she needs much escorting. Do you, Anastasia? She sort of shrugs. Well, I suppose I suppose I enjoyed his company.
I hate to interrupt. We have someone we would like to bury. Perhaps after... Well, I suppose there's no harm in Garrett and Adrian. If you want to continue, I'll set up outside of town with the pyre. Just north. Right over there.
Oh, I suppose we do have other business to attend to. Let's head inside and talk to Atinas.
Yes. I'll give proper introductions as soon as we take care of that business.
From there, he opens the door and, like, waves... He, like, beckons for everybody to enter.
Thank you. Mighty kind of you.
Behind the counter, you guys see Atinas. She is a half-elf that is with, like, long blonde hair and blue eyes, sitting behind the counter. Well, this is quite a party. Are you guys planning on traveling up the mountain? Oh my god, Garrett, is that you? Hi, Atinas. It's been a while. You were gone for 2 weeks. That expedition should have taken more than 7 days.
There were yetis. And snow.
Cities.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad you find them enjoyable. They found... Never mind. Garrett and his company were attacked. Some of them are still up there. We need to make haste in assisting them. But first, we lost one of our own. We need wood. A little bit more than what we have. We have a few logs, and that's all. We would like to make a pyre. Is there any way... We only have so much gold. How much would it be?
Enough to make a pyre, you say?
Yes.
Knowing Garrett, and the others here, they all seem to know you in good faith. I'll lower it to 10 gold pieces.
Thank you. It's
Normally
very
would be
generous.
30.
I appreciate your generosity. All of you needn't be somber and sullen. For those who wish to accompany me, is I lay rest offended. That'll be just north. Here's your 10 gold. Thank you again.
No problem. The wood should be around on the side. I'll come and help you, and I'll go ahead and bring Jarthra as well.
Thank you.
If you're looking in the back, you see like a shield dwarf that looks to be about the size of Jillian stand up. Yeah, I suppose I can help too. And then Garrett says, I'll come with you as well. A man who risked his life to save me and lost it. It would be horrible of me not to pay my respects.
I shall join as well. Anyone who saves a friend of mine is friendly towards me.
You're
Struggling with your words, I see. So like you, Khan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your generosity of all of you is very warming in these cold parts. Much appreciated.
It's not the first time people have lost their lives to the cold, and it won't be
It
the
is.
last.
Yes. I'm beginning to see a trend. This rhyme and, well, Icewind Dale in general.
Before the Frost Maiden, it wasn't nearly as hard, but now that she's here, everything's gone to hell. This place is nothing but a frozen wasteland full of death.
Yes, well,
Hopefully someday we'll see the sun again, but who knows when that will be.
Do you stay in hopes that it'll happen soon?
I very much hope so that it would happen soon. As soon as we can see it, the better the life will be, the faster the plants will return.
well, hopefully, sometimes in our adventure, we'll find a way, some sort of sign, some sort of means to undo the rhyme. But, for now, I'd like to see my friend off.
I understand. We'll come with you.
Thank you.
Alright, and with
And,
that, they begin to like leave and go around to help you with the wood, locking up shop as they leave. So, Adrian, what have you been up to these past few months? Or has it been years? I'm not sure. I don't really keep track of time these days.
Adrian has been hired as a guide.
As a guide, putting those survival skills to use, I see.
I kinda show my, like, weak little muscles and, like, a flex.
Ah, yes. What new skills have you acquired, if any?
Adrian can work with these, and I pull out, like, some pieces of the herbalism kit that I took off of Fendon.
Oh, that's good. You're picking up on the skills. Well, in any case, I promised myself that the next time I would see you, I would give you this. She pulls out of, she sort of like reaches behind her and pulls out of her bag, a mask. It seems to be a plague bearer mask. And she just sort of hands it over to you. The sort of, the actual mask part is made out of porcelain, whereas the beak is made out of leather that's been sewn into it. And it's lined with yeti fur.
Ooh. How similar to her mask does it look?
It looks fairly similar with some key differences. The actual mask part is white instead of black. And the eye holes with the goggles, your goggles aren't tinted, whereas hers are. And the beak itself is black. So the mask part is white and made of porcelain. The beak is black, made of leather, and the fur, it's sort of like an icy blue, which is the same color of Yeti's fur.
Pretty sick. Well, thank you very much.
Well, I just figured it was time that you needed an upgrade. I figured that if you could survive this long, it means that you're picking up on some skills.
Then with that, I'll don that mask instead of the one that I had been wearing previously.
Anyways, I think that I'm going to go help them set up the pyre to burn your friend. I assume that you knew them well, so if you wanted to come pay your respects as well, I'm sure that he wouldn't mind. And then she sort of like begins walking, her long coat sort of trailing behind her.
Adrian thinks we could move over there now. I say that to these two.
I never know what's happening temporally, so I always just wait. I'm like, give me a cue, please.
There you go.
Because I know
get
things
your
are
cue.
staggered and everything happens in real time.
Yeah, in D&D, like, nothing really happens in real time. It's like from person to person to person.
The world freezes as everyone takes turns.
Pretty much, because it's like we can't coordinate that many people all at once because you guys aren't actually performing the actions.
Man, we gotta get together sometime.
Anyways,
Actually, just LARP.
so yeah, you see them beginning to stack up the wood in the back of the shop. Sort of behind in the back middle of town, they begin stacking up the wood to build the pyre, and then putting in twigs for kindling. As well as pieces of silphat, just to get the fire going.
Hey, Blondie.
Yes. I
What do you
presume
wish?
mean me.
Yes, I don't know your name. May I ask it?
Ferrando Hawkwinter.
Ferrando. Okay. What do you wish to do with his gear? Seeing now it'd be wasted now that he's gone. You can take what you get in these parts.
We will strip him bare and perform the burial rites, and we will decide what to do after that.
If you don't want to keep the gear, I would suggest giving it to the town. They can always use it.
So can we. Unless another one of us dies.
Also, you guys left everything but his clothing up on the mountain, if you don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because it wasn't enough for, like, Garrett could only carry the body, not the gear.
Yeah.
So you guys had
Yeah.
decided to leave it up on the mountain top and then come back for it later.
Right.
It was implied that there was shit hidden in his fur.
And then Seaman did grab the magic items, and Adrian grabbed the herbalism kit. But other than that, everything else was left behind, if I recall. Well,
We
and
split
the
up the
gold. He
gold.
grabbed
Yeah,
the
we
gold,
split
too.
gold, but yeah. Yes. We shall leave him in his clothes. It's only decent. I don't imagine the town needs those.
No, they do not. He's a bit smelly, though.
So I grabbed some cragcat teeth from the very first encounter, and I'll put those on his body.
I hope you don't all mind if I light the pyre and say a few words.
So yeah, after a few hours, you guys were able to get the pyre completely built and stacked up and put them on top of the palisade.
I grabbed a torch and light it, and as I start the fire in a few different areas, I'll start saying my words. Yet another of the wayfaring strangers gone. I almost feel compelled to make some sort of witty remark. Perhaps it would disconnect me a little bit. It's true we only knew Fendon for 10 days, yet the reliable oaf was dependable. It was also kind. It was also the one who, in many cases, saved the day. Even his invasive stabbing healing techniques were something that we came to rely upon. Worse still, his passing is a reminder of our mortality and how Icewind Dale cares nothing for it. But it's not just Fenton. There is an impossible number of bodies. How many has the rhyme ended? It's unknown. Fendon wasn't a frail thrill-seeker. He was an adept and strong warrior. If it can take him, it can take us all. Frano turns around and looks at everybody. We must refocus our efforts on ending the rhyme. I have been selfish. I focused my efforts on my child, my promise, and my cause, and have been blind to the death around me. The needs of those who come to us for help has become a means to an end for me, and this cannot continue. To honor Fendon, we must focus. To honor Fendon, we must end the rhyme of the Frost Maiden. If anyone else has any words to say, now is the time.
Garrett just looks around at everybody. Well, if nobody else is going to say something, then I suppose that I will. I didn't know this man very well. I didn't know him for very long. I don't even remember his name, aside from when you all speak it, but he risked it for me. And that's more than I can say most people would do, especially here in the Dale. As far as I'm concerned, he was a hero, and I'm sure that most people would consider him as such as well. I'll make sure that his name doesn't just sink into the icy waters that are all around us. I hope that he finds peace. And I hope that you all find peace as well.
Is there a common, like, prayer that people say over fallen, I guess, close family members or something like that?
There's not like a common one, but it's like it's pretty normal to like ask the Raven Queen to deliver the body, to deliver the spirit safely to the plane of existence that it's supposed to go to, and just pray to the Raven Queen in general, to ensure that he gets delivered to a fitting plane for him and his soul.
Okay.
Sorry, hiccuping.
Yeah, I will say a little something to the Raven Queen in Fendon's quote-unquote native tongue of Giant.
Okay.
Just hoping that the Raven Queen guides him and he was able to accomplish, I guess, everything that he wanted in his life. But that's all.
If no one else has anything to say, there are people up top of the peak who need us. We would go right now, except I'm ashamed to admit we are exhausted. We'll need 2 days to prepare, Garrett. Should, at the end of 2 days, either... I apologize. Your names again?
I'm Anastasia.
And I'm Karn.
Karn, Anastasia, it is a pleasure. I wish it were under better circumstances. If at the end of 2 days either of you wish to accompany us, to assist Garrett and retrieve his comrades, well, that would be welcome company.
Khan, I would appreciate it if you were to come with us and help us. Anastasia, I know that you believe in the natural order of things, so I'm not sure if you would be keen to.
I was going to agree to go anyway. You saved Garrett's life, all of you. Therefore, I owe you a debt.
Well,
So, if you should have me.
we would love to welcome you into the fold, though it's not just my decision to make. Any objections?
Anastasia sort of looks towards you, Adrian. I'll be here for the next 2 days. If you find your way back here, perhaps then we can catch up some more, but... Garrett's correct, I do believe in the natural order of things, and you know this as well. If Yetis want to take hold of some people, then I believe that that is within the natural order.
Well, then I
Only
suppose
those
it's-
that are strong can prevail, especially in the Dale. If you want to see me
That's
again, Adrian, if I am gone by the time that you get back, I'll be atop the Red Head Glacier. I'll be waiting.
I'll just kind of give a nod and walk over to give her like one more hug, assuming that I won't be able to see her ever again, probably.
Alright, she gives you another hug. Again, I'll be on top of the glacier waiting. I'm sure that your path will bring you there at some point. If nature wills it, then it will be.
Alright, well, to the end, so that I can enact my natural order upon the Yeti's bowels.
Alright,
Yetis, you say.
go ahead.
I'm familiar with Yetis. I believe my assistance you'll appreciate with my methods.
Well, I've dueled your type before. Something tells me you're not one to be quick or subtle. Don't get me wrong, that's not a knock.
Oh, none taken. You shall see once we arrive.
You know, it would be good to have someone else to shepherd the enemies.
I would suggest everyone get prepared with provisions and some rest before we head up the mountain, unless we wish to depart immediately.
Indeed.
It will be a long, treacherous journey.
We'll make haste. Jillian, before we set off, Adrian, Khan, I suppose this involves you as well, and Cornelius, of course. There's one matter of business I'd like to take care of. In order to combat the winter, we'll need speed, mounts, and, as Khan suggested, provisions. I'm trying to lead, I suppose you would call it that, although hell knows I'm doing a terrible job. That
Katniss
said,
sort of pipes up. Actually, I can sell you a sled and some dogs if you'd like.
well, that would be marvelous. For how much?
Well, let me see. Since you guys are friends, Let me just do some calculations quickly.
While you do that, I must consult with the party. What I was saying was, I'm mentally not unlimited. I need assistance. In particular, I need assistance in managing the party's funds. Jillian, would you be willing to take a portion of earnings that we all agree to give and manage those according to expenses that we all agree are necessary?
I guess so, but why me? Are you sure you all trust me?
At this point, Jillian, of course I trust you. And, to be frank, Cornelius, well, he has slippery hands.
I can sell you an empty sled for 20 gold pieces, and I can sell you the dogs at 30 gold pieces per dog.
And this sled will carry all of us.
One dog can pull 360 pounds.
My.
The sled weighs 300 pounds, so the sled would only be able to carry 60 if you only buy one dog.
And this would be the instance I was talking about, Jillian. 50 gold for the sled and dogs. I imagine that's quite the steal.
Do I normally know what that goes for?
A sled is normally 20 gold pieces, and a dog is normally 50 gold pieces for one dog.
And this is a bunch of dogs that she's giving us?
No, she's offering you one dog for 30, and the sled for 20. So the sled is at the same price, the dog is at a discounted price of 20 gold pieces.
Okay. And then we have boy as well, so that's 620.
So we would. How much gold do I even have?
I'm at 34 after buying Fenton's burial pyre.
And
I have 84 gold.
What all do you need the sled for right now exactly? Garrett sort of looks at all of you. It's not going to be able to make its way up the mountain.
After your friends
That's why
are
it was
rescued.
left at the base camp.
Yes, after your friends are rescued, we have every intention of helping people further in the Dale. That would mean being able to traverse the cold weather without having to, well, freeze to death. Speed is important. That's why the dogs are important.
I was actually about to bring that up before you mentioned it, Denny. She's going to look to Garrett and she's going to say, "Oh, Garrett, on the topic of dogs, 5 of yours came by the other day. I fed them and then sent them off again. They should be returning to your husband soon. They're very well trained." I see. Thank you. How much do the food cost? We'll send an order. Don't worry about it. It was minuscule. Alright, thank you, Adonis.
Well, how about we all get some rest and settle the matter of how we pay for the dogs and out of whose pockets it comes out of. Agreeable?
It's fine.
Adrian thinks that's fine.
However, if we're just talking about general travel, I believe axe beaks are a better form of travel rather than sled dogs. They're more maneuverable and can get to more places.
Oh, I do sell axe beaks as well. I currently have 3 available.
How much for the axe beaks?
The axe beaks, unfortunately, I can't give a discount on. I'm not a breeder of them, but I sell them for 50 gold pieces.
So we have 3 axe beaks available as well as the dogs. Unfortunately, I don't know how much our gold will go far in that matter, but we do have other means, geodes and other things we can sell. Although, I don't know if you would take geodes as payment.
For you, I suppose I would. I would buy them at 10 gold pieces of geode.
Fair enough. We will need to consort and surmise how and who pays for what. So just 2 days, please, to rest our minds and bodies.
No problem.
Where's the inn? Can?
It's going to be the Northern Lights. If you follow along south on this road, you should reach there. I believe Anastasia and Khan were going there anyway. And Carrot, I suppose you'll need to be staying there as well. I suppose I would.
Very well.
Off to the inn? I could use
Off
a
to the inn.
drink.
Man, look at this clusterfuck of tokens on the screen.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, let me fucking undo the token, like the marker, so you guys actually can see everything.
I'm
Because
assuming this is the
it
inn.
always does that by default.
No, it's the long haul.
Oh no.
Well, if not, I was going to say it's a warehouse of sorts.
It's an Amazon warehouse. It's perfect. It's blistering hot in there, no matter what.
Someone say Amazon as I begin to rage.
The Northern Light is the end.
Oh. Boop. Okay.
Well, I tried.
Innkeeper, how much for a room?
Give me just 1 second. Because there's gonna be stuff that happens as you guys approach the end. So,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
alright. So now there's sort of a descriptor of the town, but not really. The town sits quietly at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. A few burned up people shuffle between snow-battered houses, keeping their heads down, barely bothering to give you a look as you walk past them. A pile of snow stirs as you pass it, and someone hidden underneath suddenly stands. The figure looks around and yells, "Who goes there? Is it thieves? Have they found the creeping bastards?" When he pulls down the scarf covering his face, you see a silver dragonborn holding onto an empty wine bottle as if it was a weapon. He belches, grins at you, and says, "Pardon my manners, bit jittery with all the thieving going on. I'm Travis, the town speaker."
Hello, Travis. We're here for rooms.
I'm sorry. It's Travis. It's a bit hard to pronounce. I understand.
Travis? Yes. Difficult as...
You'll get it eventually.
I'm
Travis?
sure I will.
Travis? Is that it?
No, I believe it's
Uh,
Travis.
You'll get it eventually. I'm not too worried about it. This town has had some thievery troubles. No one's really seen anything. Really, anyway. Just the other night, the lantern of the Northern Light was stolen. They won't let me hear the end of it because I haven't yet to capture those responsible. Not yet, anyway. But I do have a knack for this sort of thing. I did used to be an ex-adventurer.
Yes, and by the look of you, you seem absolutely capable.
Oh, absolutely. In my younger days, I kicked a half-ogre into a river and watched it float away while I yelled profanities at it.
Astonishing. Absolutely riveting. How much are the rooms?
Oh, you're gonna have to go inside for that one. You'll have to talk to Corey.
Very well. Thank you, Travis. I apologize. I'll get it eventually.
As you guys, walk into the inn, a woman stands at the end and sees Travis standing outside. God damn it, Travis, it's been so... You fell asleep outside again? What the hell was wrong with you? Are you drunk? Again? Are you serious? Don't worry, darling, it's not really that big of an issue. I promise. God damn it, Trovis, you can't keep doing this. You represent our town and us. She sort of walks out, grabs him by the wrist, and brings him in and sits him down. The inn appears to be mostly empty, and a young woman looks up at you as you enter. She sort of looks to Trovis after sitting him down, and she says, "One day you're going to have to stop relying on the kindness of strangers." Then she opens the door in the back and says, "He's something up for Trovis. He needs to warm his body. He's been out patrolling again." Sorry about that. What can I do for all of you?
Well, we need rooms. And I hear you have a thieving problem.
The town has been experiencing break-ins lately, and robberies, but no one's really seen a culprit at all, actually. It's quite odd. The only clue that we have is a set of tracks, leading in the direction of Kelvin's cairn. Ali thinks the tracks were made by dwarves. I don't believe so, though.
It just so happens we are going to Kelvin's cairn in 2 days' time. Do you have any more idea of what was taken and what we could look out for while we're on the mountain?
I'm not sure. I just know that there are tracks that are leading there. It has to be the dwarves. I can't think of anything else. They must have grown desperate for supplies in the past few months. They only started recently, a few weeks ago.
I highly doubt it's the dwarves. They were generous enough to let us stay for 3 days without asking for anything in return. I know
As
supplies
you're
are rough.
talking- It's supposed to interrupt you here.
Okay.
As you're talking, the door to the kitchen swings open as a stern-looking woman enters holding a steaming bowl of soup. She places the bowl down in front of Trovis and says, "No dwarf did this. Someone would have spotted him, caught him. No, there's something more going on. Besides, what do hungry dwarves have for the use of a lantern?" Oh, yes, I did forget to mention, the lantern, above our inn was recently stolen. There's something really special about it, just changes colors.
Changes colors. Well, if we see it, then that is certainly a tell. Yes, I agree with you, Chef. Pardon, I missed your name.
My name's Corey.
Corey.
This here is Ali.
Ali. A pleasure. I doubt it was the dwarves. Dwarves are not known for their subtlety, even in their thievery. Regardless, we will be traveling to Kelvin's cairn. We will see what we can find. In the meantime, we need rooms for 2 nights. There will be 5 of us.
5 of you. We don't typically have enough room for 5, but we can accommodate it. It's going to be all the rooms in our tavern currently. This town's usually a bit more bustling with people wanting to scale the mountain, but I suppose this time doesn't seem to be the case. It would be 5 electrum pieces a night.
Now, here's my share of that burden.
I toss a gold.
Wait, is that per person?
Yes.
Yeah, 5 electrum pieces per person.
So 1 gold for
Yep.
2
Holy
nights.
shit.
No.
Yeah. Those 5 electrum is half a gold.
So
No,
5
oh.
electrum.
Oh, wait.
So that is
It's
1
2.5
gold.
gold pieces a night.
I was waiting, I was like, huh, am I wrong?
Sorry.
It's 2.5 gold pieces a night.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I have 1,000.
Of course, if you can't afford it, if you take care of our thieving problem, we can give you the rooms for free.
I am more than happy to deal with your thieving problem up Kelvin's cairn. Just know that we also have to take care of some iron that the dwarves lost to Yetis, and also help Garrett here. His friends are, well, potentially being eaten by Yetis right now. So the timing is rather important that we head to Kelvin's cairn. If we happen to see your problem, we will rectify it immediately.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about you deal with that problem first? And then, when you're finished with that, you come back here, you solve the thieving problem, and we'll give you the gold. We'll give you the rooms tonight for free, as well as a meal. As long as you promise to take care of it when you get back.
Absolutely. You have my word.
Will there be drinks involved by chance?
There will be drinks, food, whatever you need.
You can
As long
count
as
me
you have
in.
your word.
Drinks aplenty. You have my word.
Sorry for the yawn. Off to bed with me.
They sort of look at the gold that you set down, Jillian. I've heard about you. I don't believe we've actually ever had the honor of meeting. Is it true that you can turn people to ice with a single look?
Jillian
Depends on
is...
Well, in
Jillian
any
is not
case-
what you've heard, and please be careful with your words. An insult to one of ours is still an insult to all of us.
Well, I haven't necessarily insulted her. I've also heard that she's been going around helping the other towns.
Yes, she has.
Either way, your gold is no good here, especially if you'll be taking care of a thieving problem for us. The rooms will be up the top. There was a stairwell going up. As long as you go up there, you'll find the rooms.
Thank you.
Those should be unlocked. They don't really have locks on them, so you shouldn't have any issues getting in there. If you want something hot to eat, just come down and we'll prepare you something.
Much obliged. As we start to walk up, I'm gonna borrow Jillian's ear for a second. My apologies, I don't mean to be overbearing.
I just give him a wave of my hand. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
Cornelius would stay down and eat food.
I'm gonna go up to my room.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, they serve you guys a nice hot bowl of chowder, as well as some steaming ale.
How much do I owe you?
Don't worry about it. As long as you take care of the thieving problem, we don't have an issue. If you don't take care of the thieving problem, then we'll put it on your tab.
Sounds good to me.
I
And
can't
I'm
seem
just
to long
gonna
rest.
chow down.
Long rest command isn't. Okay.
I think that the long rest command is... Well, let me restart the API and see if that fixes it.
API always gets broken.
It's been breaking recently, and I don't know why.
Is
That
the
was
code
good.
unstable? Yeah,
No, the code is really fucking solid.
so just Java then. Good old Java.
Alright, let me restart the script library.
And you got that Chromium-powered V8 engine, and the collective server processing power of however many hamsters are in Brazil.
4.
4 hamsters in Brazil.
Maybe an iguana if you're lucky.
Okay, try it ready. It should be working now.
Okay. Oh, Ling rest is not. There we go. I'm gonna take another one. I'm just gonna.
Because you guys are
say
spending
that
2
I'm-
days, so...
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a drink of water if y'all want to roleplay. So I'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm not gonna long rest yet. Well, actually, yes, I will. But basically, what I had planned is Cornelius would just trance rest, and then
Okay.
so obviously he would wake up a lot sooner than everyone else, and he would do his best to slink out of the inn and begin investigating.
Alright, what are you investigating? What are you looking for?
Wants to look at the like hook where the lantern was stolen from.
Okay, are you gonna check out the tracks that they mentioned before as well?
Yes, after the lantern.
Alright, it just seems to just be an empty lantern hook. I actually have a picture of this, of both Trovis and the thing. As long as they put it in the actual game and not just a picture in the actual physical book.
The drunk lizard. I like it.
Should be under handouts.
She probably needs to go. I need to take the dog out. Can Amaya, do you feel comfortable just like operating on Ferendo while I go take the dog out for a walk for like 5 minutes.
That 5 minutes is probably gonna be like over by the time that Cornelius finishes.
Yeah,
so-
it should be fine. Cornelius is about to play out an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, cool. All right, that works
Um,
perfectly.
What the fuck would this be?
What's new, Scooby Doo? Sorry.
Where are you?
One more vowel out of you, drunk, and we'll get copyright struck.
I think I've already caused it multiple times by this point.
I don't care, honestly. I'm just gonna go through all these fucking handouts until I find the right one. And then I'm just gonna have to close them all. Wait, here it is.
Is there like a million of them?
There you go.
Oh god, it is a drunk lizard.
So that's the inn and Trovis.
He's got the Cthulhu vibe going.
So I had intended to try to speak to Trovis when I sat down with him.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, because we'll do that first because that's first and like the
Of
actual.
course, of course.
Cornelius, you also said you were sitting by him, right? Or did you not?
Well, I don't fucking know. I just eaten some soup.
Okay.
I'm drinking at the bar.
Well, I'm making it a point to go over by Trovis a second
All right.
time. Is he eating his food now?
Yeah, he's sort of like eating. He's eating the chowder and then just taking a glug of his wine, whatever he can, glug out of his bottle. Hey, how are you, little one?
Adrian's doing okay. Are you okay?
I'm doing just fine.
Did something happen?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, people normally don't drink like that unless something bad happened.
Well, I'm still not quite sure what you're implying, small one.
You run this town?
I'm the speaker of it. You could say that. Damn right.
How are things here?
Oh, you know, since the deal started, they've been pretty rough. I'll tell you what. Man, especially with these thievings going on. Oh, I'll tell my job has gotten so much harder.
Was it okay before that?
It was better than this, but I never wanted this position. I can tell you that much.
Who
But they
appointed
elected
you?
me, so here I am.
Was anyone else available to take that position?
Oh, there was some, but I guess they weren't as qualified as me. Did you want to know about what was stolen? I heard you saying that you guys were going to take care of the thieves.
Yeah, Adrian would like to know.
Well, there was a pair of goats that were stolen from the hook, line, and sinker. There was the lantern taken from here, and then there was a small sack of pearls that were carved into decorative beads. That one was actually stolen from the expedition store. There's also been like minor things going missing, like silverware and such, but those aren't quite as important.
Alrighty. I have all of that written down.
I don't know where Cornelius is, but would he have heard any of that?
Oh yeah, Trovis is like he's a drunk. Like he is muttering and talking extremely loud.
Got it.
You definitely would have heard that. Anybody who was still awake at this point would have heard that, even if they were upstairs in their rooms.
Well, thank you for that. It's been a big help. It will be, at least.
Well, if you can catch him, then that's one mark on you that I can get done.
Do you have many things to do?
I suppose I should have many things to do, but I don't know. I got around.
Hmm. What does that mean?
Oh, you know, I go around the streets. I go on patrols. You know, I do everything a townspeople should do.
I'll take off my mask and show my, like, childlike features.
My God, you're actually a kid, aren't you?
Adrian's not a kid. Adrian's an adventurer.
Well, I hope the best to you, kid. I hope everything turns out alright.
It will with everyone helping.
I hope so. I hope so. You know, there was this one time when, I tried to grip a culprit into believing I was a dragon in a humanoid form. It was pretty funny. I was going out, you know, going up the cairn, and there was a group of culprits, and they approached me, and they were all hostile, and I was like, well, actually, you see, I'm just a dragon, you know, I'm just living the life, you know.
Hmm.
And you know, the little bastards believe me.
I'll speak in Draconic to him and say, Adrian did that too.
Oh, you can speak Draconic. Oh, man, I haven't heard that language in a while.
Yeah.
He has like this face of like bewilderment on him. How did someone as small as you learn Common? I mean Draconic, not Common. You know, I get them mixed up sometimes.
Don't worry. Adrian knows lots of stuff.
Oh, that's
Adrian
cool.
learned that in school.
In school? Oh man, you must be one of those rich kids, huh?
Hmm. You could say that. Well, thank you for the information.
Ah, no problem. We don't have much gold to pay you, if anything, but I'm sure whoever's been stolen has something.
Well, the people in town seem nice enough to help just because of who they are. At least that's how I see things.
He like looks a bit confused. I'm not sure what you mean, kid, but yeah, you think what you want.
I'll put on my mask and then go back over to wherever everybody else is and start eating.
As you do that, he finishes his chowder. He sort of downs the rest of the bottle of wine, just sets it on the table, and then stumbles out, sort of like grabbing the wall for balance as he walks out of the shop.
Adrian thinks we might want to follow him to make sure he gets home okay. Should Adrian do that? I say to both Cornelius and Karn.
I can go. He's just a drunk lizard after all.
A small trek through the town might prove useful.
Well, Adrian just doesn't want him falling unconscious and getting frostbite.
Well, shall we follow him?
Well, Adrian still has to eat her food, but you two can, if you're done. Adrian just thinks it would be a good idea and a good deed.
Cornelius, shall we?
Cornelius, or rather, I glance over. Is he still like sitting at the table, like, or is he like actively leaving?
He's actively like getting up. He's like using the wall for balance as he like walks out of the tavern. He's just like stumbling.
He's not gonna get far.
All right. Well, Adrian, enjoy your meal, and yes, me and Grog will escort him.
Grog. That's funny.
So yeah, me and Karn, I guess, would walk up to him and like help him out, or just kind of slightly trail behind him and escort him out of the building.
So just slightly trailing behind him, he seems to be fine. He makes his way up north around the path through the bend, and finds himself back at his house.
All right, and like he's in front of the house, but does he like actually go inside?
Yeah, he sort of like goes inside. He like stumbles through the door, closes it, and you guys can see smoke coming from the fireplace.
All right, well, should we go back to the inn, or?
Yeah. That was boring.
Yeah. I do plan to at least begin looking into the thefts. I know that it can't take priority over what we're already committed to, but would you like to escort me as we check it out?
Yeah. I can attempt to help.
All right. The Great Reckoning. Thank you, Denny.
Thumbs up.
Let me just tack that point of exhaustion back on. All right. Yeah. So Cornelius heard everything. I guess he'd go over to. He would do his best to look for a sign that identifies the building, hook, line, and sinker, and go look for stolen goats.
And I'll just assist him in whatever way I can.
Yeah, so walking around, you guys see the sign hanging down from the front of the building that says hook, line, and sinker. It seems as though you can't see any traces of goats even being there at one point in time.
But is there like obvious stuff that there were goats there, like at all? Period. Like, is there?
There's like a stable that has like hay bales in it, but there's there's nothing currently inside.
Okay, so there's no goats there. Cornelius would like to actively investigate for disturbances.
At the hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah, I know you're helping, Drunk. I appreciate it. Flat rolls don't hinder me now. You bastard.
Looking around, you can't see any signs of disturbances. At this point, you would assume that perhaps the goats were taken a while ago, and not just the previous night.
Right.
Well, you find anything?
Well, there was once goats here.
I see. Well, they're not here anymore.
Yes, I have also come to the same conclusion. And, I guess if it's like reasonable, like in enough time, like he'd wander over to the Frozen Far expeditions and look for disturbances there. Bunga bunga.
Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Drunk, you're helping me, right?
That is correct. I am
Okay.
actively
I don't
helping
think it
you
counts
investigate.
unless you say it each time.
Oh. Well.
Alright,
Without your help, I wouldn't have got that 25.
Looking around the Frozen Far expeditions, you can't see any traces of a quote-unquote disturbance, but you do see tracks that seem to lead from the back of the building over to the Northern Light, the back of the Northern Light.
Where I see the footprints, is there like a door or a window?
It's a back door.
Okay. When I investigate the trail of footprints going from that building to the other one, is there like like a worn-in trail, or is that like an errant path?
It's sort of like it just looks like they're depressions from feet from possibly the previous night.
Got it.
So it's not like
identify
a common
footprints.
travel place. So you want to try to figure out like what creature this would have been from?
Yeah.
Okay, make a survival check.
I will use my barbarian knowledge to assist, if I can.
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, that's your cue. Amazing.
Alright, so the footprints are small and humanoid. So it could be either be and they're a bit too large to be. I mean, they're a bit too small to be halfling footprints. So at this point, you would assume that it would be a dwarf of some sort.
Well, this is interesting. I think
What's
they're
so interesting? Dwarf?
dwarven footprints.
Well, there is a dwarf in the expedition place, isn't there?
Oh, yes, but I refrained from making that statement because of the implication. Let us not jump to any conclusions. Let us only look at the information as presented.
I see.
And then, yeah, we would follow that trail of footprints to the northern lights, and we would stay like off to the side as to preserve the evidence.
All right. Once you get to the northern lights, you then see the footprints sort of meet halfway between the northern light and the frozen fire, and they seem to be going in this direction.
Huh.
Tracks break off.
Yes.
Should we follow or should we tell the others?
It's... If there's one thing I've learned about this place, it is that you do not venture out on your own, no matter how menial it seems. We will wait.
Well, after following them for about 50 feet, the tracks seem to all but disappear.
Okay, great. But there's a thieving dwarf that has a pet bird that carries him away. No,
It seems as though
This is-
possibly the wind possibly covered the tracks with the snow.
So that's initial perception. Is there a way to peer through the veil, so to say?
Well, that's what you would assume it would have done. So, like, using your
that's-
general
that's just
knowledge. I mean, you can do an investigation check if you want. I'm just telling you that you aren't going to find anything, even if you do an investigation check.
Amazing. My immersion.
Like that is your assumption, and that's what happens. So, that like I'm never going to ask you for a check unless it's going to have like a meaning.
There's
Okay.
nothing when there's nothing to find. It doesn't. Investigation checks don't matter.
It makes me feel better.
And
Like
which
if you will be unable to glean any information, I won't ask for checks.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like if you're rolling at 20 and there's still no information, then like it can turn into a whole deal. So.
now, what direction were the tracks heading out of town by chance?
Northeast.
Northeast?
Yeah. Basically northeast from the midpoint between the Frozen Fire Expeditions and the Northern Lights.
Okay. Well, dead end.
Yeah, you ever seen anything like this?
I mean, the wind probably covered the tracks. Either that or... I don't know. Something took him? I don't know.
Well, is the terrain where we're at perfectly, like, level?
It's pretty flat. Where you guys currently are, it's not like perfectly level, but it's fairly flat.
Alright, so then, we should look just a little bit more ahead to see if we can pick the tracks back up. And we would go 15 more feet in the direction where the tracks dropped off, seeing if there was any indication of footprints maybe not being totally obscured by snow.
No, it seems like the footprints just end. Keep in mind that the footprints were like fading the farther you went out. So the farther away you went from the building, the like more obscure the footprints became.
I'm assuming it's snowing and it's windy out as well.
Yeah, that's a decent assumption. Alright, well, we have something, which is more than nothing, and the trousers made it back home. We should probably just go sleep.
I agree. The drink's setting in.
Back to the inn.
Kapowie teleport.
Alright, and is Ian back yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been back.
Okay, cool. Alright, so as you go into the building and find yourselves to rest, I assume everybody at this point is resting. Right?
That should be the case.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys wake up the next morning and you guys are meted by another hot bowl of chowder made from knucklehead trout.
Nice.
This trout never gets old. At least not for me.
I hope that it stays that way.
Probably won't, but in the meantime, I'll enjoy it.
You actually find the trout tasty?
Yes, actually. Fish like this is just not available in Waterdeep. It's different. It's available. It's not buttery. Not like
Water what? What's this water what?
Waterdeep.
Water deep. What is it?
It's, well, a kingdom. Where do you say you hail from, Ken?
Well, this is my home. The entire ice flat. The glacier.
Have you never been outside of Icewind Air?
No. I've been to the mountains, but that's about it.
Ah. There are many kingdoms, many lands, many places where snow is not year-round.
That seems unnatural. Why would there not be snow all year round?
Well, I'm no master of weather, but as you go more north, and this being the most northern available, at least in the Sword Coast, it does get colder, and the inverse is true. As you go south, it gets warmer. Waterdeep, well, it's a bit south, so it's quite warm.
Interesting. I might have to visit this deep water place one day.
Well, if all goes according to plan, we might. I'm going to roll a... While everyone's kind of finishing up, I'm just going to write what has happened with my calligraphy nonsense.
Amazing.
Okay, yeah, you're able to make it pretty distinct, pretty you.
Cool.
Do you have a point of exhaustion?
I do not.
Hype. I still do.
Wait a minute, there's 2 long rests in that chat log. It's only been a day.
I thought we were just taking 2.
No, it's only been one so far. It's been one night so far.
Oh.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo said no time skip.
Oh no.
Oh.
So that means
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that
in
was-
which case, you're able to write the message, but it's not very like distinct.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, that's just everyone keeping each other honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not the bad man. The snow is.
But I am because I brought it up.
No, I mean, I wasn't there for it, so I didn't know. It's all good. Alright. Huh. My penmanship is a little lackluster this morning. Oh well. Tells the tale. Hoping a bard will make it, well, a bit more compelling than this.
Adrian thinks that you would make a great bard.
Huh. Unfortunately, I don't think you've ever heard me sing. It's quite awful.
Maybe next time we're out and about, you can
Hey.
perform for us.
Adrian, you would need to serve me quite a bit of ale for me to perform.
Did someone say perform?
Adrian
No.
doesn't have.
No, we didn't. I don't like the enthusiasm in your voice. No one said anything remotely even close to a P word. And if they did, I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my bagpipes out and start playing.
Whoa, not
we
me.
only just woke up.
Exactly.
He plays some pretty good bagpipes.
Well, that
They're
is
like expert, but they're pretty good.
Adrian doesn't like
quite
loud
surprising.
music.
Yes, it's loud, it's obnoxious, but I'm actually surprised it's. Huh.
What? You didn't think I could perform?
No offense, Can, but gentlemen who carry giant axes on their back are not exactly known for nimble fingers.
Adrian just
Well.
has her fingers in her ears now.
I perform pretty well in the art of killing, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cornelius
I had no
is
doubt. I had no doubt given your visage. But your visage, your visage.
Obviously said massage.
Visage. Your appearance. Fine. You all robbed me of flavor.
Fancy words are too big for my head.
Well, that axe is too big for me, so that makes one for each of us.
I'm just gonna smile at that.
Yeah, so we're all just kicking it. You know, we ate our food. Is that it?
That will be it for me, Cornelius. I'm off to bed.
You're off to bed at like 8 in the morning.
Yes.
Every time I've ever been like super exhausting, like when the pandemic panic shopping came in and we had like 600 cases a day that we had to work in grocery, I'd like sleep for a whole day. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah. I was basically so a pallet is about 3,000 pounds, and I would break down by myself in a period of 2 hours 3 pallets.
Jesus Christ.
It was horrendous.
I
the
know
panic
that.
buying was-
I know that
yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, and thanks to the
So-
America debuff, you weren't compensated appropriately.
Exactly.
Steven
Well, you know
also
what,
knows that feeling.
Yeah, my company did a damn good job, I will say. We've had hazard pay from March till again March, so I've had $2 an hour more than usual for almost a year now.
Meanwhile, Walmart just gives their employees a $300 bonus
Yep, and then
every
it's taxed
few
at 50
months.
Yeah, it's taxed at 50%.
Yep.
So with that, yep. Anyway, yeah. So like that's kind of what I'm doing. Is like I basically thought like Fernando would like come up, eat, and basically go back to sleep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
whatever you want it to look like. It's your character.
Yeah. Do I
All
introduce
right.
lethargy points?
Do you what?
Do I introduce lethargy points?
Lethargy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, here you're good.
Okay. Yeah.
Madness points. You've just been
Madness
sleeping
points.
in your room for too
I had the
long.
craziest dream. Fendon was alive and flirting with me.
That was just like 3 days ago. Adrian doesn't like your jokes.
I'll get used to them, Adrian. We need a little uplifting time. Fendon wouldn't want us wallowing for too long. I mean, a little wallowing is just basic respect. So I wallowed, but now we need a little bit of levity.
Ferranda, before you go to bed, your gold, hand it over. I have some matters to sort in town.
You want me to hand over your gold? My gold?
Yes, you know I'll spend it wisely. We have things
No, I
we have
don't.
to do to prepare.
Well, yes, but I imagine Julian was going to take care of that.
Yes,
Is Julian
you're
not taking?
asleep in your room.
Well, I would at least enjoy being here. Pardon, oh my goodness, the trout. Excuse me. I would like to be here for the conversation about how gold is spent. Not to be a control freak, but to like to be in the know. What are the priorities? Are they axe beaks? Are they sled dogs? Would like to know.
Adrian doesn't think it really matters which one it is.
I agree with you, but I would like to be involved in the discussion. I matter. My opinion matters.
Yeah,
It does?
And it can matter. But you're about to go disappear, even though the day just started. We don't have time to waste like that.
Well, I'll wait then.
Adrian can come wake you up whenever we do anything.
Thank you. Yes. See, Adrian. Yes.
We can
That-
always try to investigate the tracks that we found
Don't
last
worry.
night.
We have priorities. We have to go save Garrett's friends.
Yes, you can. You go to bed. I'll get you when it's time.
Thank you.
Adrian is on duty.
And I salute Adrian. And that is a damn good soldier, Cornelius.
Whatever. If Adrian wants to deal with your grumpy ass when you get woken up halfway through your rest, then they can endure that burden. I'm not willing to put up with it.
Cornelius,
When have I...
settle down.
Well, It's been a long time since I... Oh, that's not true. I am not that grumpy.
Go to bed.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to go to bed.
While we're idle for today, shall we investigate this thievery matter more?
Adrian
Yeah,
thinks that's a
sure.
good idea. I'll go
I need to
wake
do
up.
some shopping.
I'll go wake up for him.
No. No. Leave him be.
I kind of tilt my head a little bit. Frando
I-
asked.
I can help
Yeah.
you wake him up.
No. We just dismissed him. Give him at least an hour.
Frando asked to wake him up if we were doing things. Adrian said Adrian would wake him up.
Alright, Adrian. Go. Get him.
Okay, Adrian will run over to Fendon's room, or Farando's room.
Oh, Jesus.
Cries.
Cries in Ferrando. And then I'll knock on his door.
Alright, Ferrando, as your head is about to hit the pillow, you hear a knock at your door.
I told you not to wake me up. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to rest here. I was just buried by an avalanche, and now I'm not grumpy.
Ferrando,
Hey,
we're
just hear-
leaving.
Muffled screaming coming through the door.
I cup my hands and put my mouth like right next to the door. Ferrando, we're leaving to go investigate footprints.
I'm just trying to
We're leaving town. Bye. And then I go back.
What's Jill doing?
I was just sitting down there watching all this happen.
Yes. Spectating.
When the time comes to wake him,
Jill's not.
I'll take care of it.
Jill's not what?
Jill's not in a talking mood.
Why?
Because Steven isn't.
No, it's because Steven isn't.
Because Bendon died.
Oh no. Nothing of value was lost. Let's mourn.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Whoa.
Whoa!
You just gonna take that? You're gonna take that laying down?
Does a 20
No, he's gonna
hit?
rage.
do it.
I threw a copper piece as hard as I could at Cornelius.
Alright, so like before I decide how I want to handle that, does this play into that whole consent of damage between two players that you will or will not allow?
Well, it's not like actual player combat, so at this point he's just throwing a coin at you.
All right. Well, I would like to try and catch it.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check to beat a 22.
Oh, jeez.
It's not a save. Rip.
I'll sign it based off of that.
Oh.
Pretty close. You go to like catch the coin, and it slips between your fingers and strikes you in the forehead.
Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
No.
Yes.
Now that's funny.
I asked about the consent first.
You aren't taking damage from it. It's just a coin. It's not enough to actually wound you. So.
If I throw a quarter at your head, it'll hurt.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough to wound me.
If I throw 8 quarters at an adult male, will it kill him?
No, it won't kill
Just
it.
throwing them?
1 point of damage. It's like. that's-
Okay, so how many HP does an adult commoner have? Peasant?
3?
Like 8.
4, I believe.
Okay, if I throw 4 copper pieces at a commoner, can I kill him?
No, because
No.
that's non-lethal damage.
But I can knock him unconscious if I throw 4 coins at someone.
But you do have a chance of killing them. Keep that in mind.
It doesn't do damage, apparently. It's fine.
Yeah, I would like to not react to the fact that a coin hit me in the forehead at all.
Just like,
So you just
I'll
turn,
take
try to
that.
catch it, hits in your head. You're essentially Saitama from One Punch Man.
Yeah, just like I'm gonna do my best to make it seem like it had 0 effect.
That's great.
Are you gonna make me make a check, or am I just allowed to do that?
You're allowed to do that. That's fine.
All right. Nice aim. I could have used that against that frozen guy.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm gonna run back over to Ferrando's room.
Steven took his headset off and he's going to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Amazing.
Oh shit. This is
Can I
developing.
interact it with Ferrando's door?
Can you what?
Interact with Ferrando's door while
Yeah.
it's gone?
Locked.
Yeah, there's no
Wait.
locks on the doors.
I'm just
They
gonna
just-
open the door. Ferrando, they're fighting.
Amazing.
Who's fighting? Where are they fighting? Why are they fighting? Oh, wait, I don't care. I'm trying to sleep. Puts his pillow over the
Jillian
head.
and Cornelius are fighting.
Tell Cornelius to stop it.
Okay.
Should not have let him slink away.
Well, I guess
What-
I'll just leave the room.
What's the innkeeper's reaction right now at all this going on?
I mean, nothing's breaking, so she's not really caring. Your
Gotcha.
business is your business.
Stupid adventurers. Doing stupid things. For no reason.
As long as you guys aren't breaking anything, she's cool.
That is correct.
Everybody's lucky I'm not proficient with improvised weapons. I have not taken the stupid tavern brawler thing.
It was almost really good, except for the part where I wanted to RKO a ghost.
Oh no.
A what?
Don't worry, I will be coming into your room to wake you up frequently and repeatedly.
That's funny.
And we're sure that Adrian is not a child.
I mean,
Oh,
yes,
snap.
kind of.
Ferrando ends up gaining a point of exhaustion doing nothing to be able to go back to sleep.
You know that Adrian is a doppelganger, but you do not know what age that doppelganger is.
Body of an adult, mind like a child.
Oh,
I don't have the body of an adult, though.
That only leads to bad things.
I have the
Body
body
and
of a
mind of a child.
13-year-old child.
Oh my god. It's a huge ass
funny.
mound of rice.
And
I
she's
wish-
adorable.
So what are you guys doing? We waiting on
for my
Steven to get
insult.
back, or
Yeah, to connect.
got it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, let's take a break. It's about halfway through the session anyway, so take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
See you guys at 9:20.
Okay. Huh.
What?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I
Do I have to
think
go
we-
again? Steven did?
Yeah.
Got it.
I do think we should probably investigate thieving while we're waiting another day.
Well, no, I definitely agree with you. Or at least has to go shopping, and then we can play out an episode of Blue's Clues.
And then I can come in and wake Ferrando up.
You too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's gonna be the best wake-up call he's never had.
So
Let's see how
what
many
happened?
times.
I know that my character won't know, but what happened with Trovis?
We escorted him home, and literally nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just a drunk. He didn't steal shit.
Correct.
Okay.
Cornelius and Karn found out that there were goats where there's the place that sells goats, but they're not there anymore.
Really?
Yes. And then we went and found some footprints next to the store that seemed to go towards the inn, but they actually just wandered off into the wilderness and abruptly stopped. So it's either we got to them too late and the snow blew over them, or the thief is small and in cahoots with a larger bird.
Or magic.
There's no such
Yeah.
thing.
You what? All I'm saying is, I can touch you and heal you. That's magic. Without doing anything except touching you.
I don't know why every deathmatch I play is always on Ascent.
Because bad game. Ball. Whoa.
Oh, shots fired. Wait, no, that's my gun. I don't know. I would love Counter-Strike a lot more if people actually threw fucking utility and used their shit to actually
People
play a
do.
strategy. Not at the level I play at.
Oh.
Like what makes
gotta get
Valorant
good.
fun for me. Yeah, well, I can also just play Valorant where everyone has abilities tied to buttons and they actually use their utility, and so it makes it like a strategy game
But then if
without having to
people-
learn lineups.
But people don't use their abilities correctly, and it's a hindrance to the team.
That is true. That happens quite a lot, and it's really frustrating.
It's okay, Ian. You're allowed to say that you don't like CSGO because it's overhyped and old.
No, I love CS:GO. I love.
Space.
You want to talk about old games?
I hate old games. Every single one of them.
like
That's why I'm playing Street Fighter
um,
5.
I like Warcraft 3 and shit. That's an old game.
Was that Steven getting back? No, I guess not. Feels bad.
Man, tagging in this game is fucking rough, though.
We have that in common.
Ha, get sheriffed. I hate that everyone crouches. I hate it. When I do it, I just get murked.
You just gotta jump around corners and crouch.
Yeah, no, every time you crouch, you just crouch right into a headshot. But every time
Exactly.
somebody else crouches, they just dodge every single bullet.
It's like, why do I learn?
That's how you improve your elo. Alright, so every corner you turn, jump around the corner with a crouch shot and pre-fire.
So you're playing
Doesn't
Call of
matter.
Duty.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have no inclination that there's someone on the other side. You just do those things and you get kills. And
Well,
then
it's
you
not-
reveal your position and you get killed, and then your team loses, and that's how you win.
But it's not like you're gonna run out of ammo, so pre-firing's actually, like, okay.
Jesus, I feel so bad.
Aside from
Oh,
the
you-
fact of giving away your position.
I mean, yeah. And welcome back. You missed the horrible thing that just happened. In character. Pat, would you like to repeat what you said previously?
Yes. Quote, nice aim. We could have used that for the frozen guy, unquote.
Oh, yeah. That's what, yeah.
Bill is back.
Welcome back.
Jill gives no response.
I went to go wake up Ferrando as soon as I heard that, but Ferrando doesn't care.
It's like a platonic family.
And I'll
You got-
quote,
Alright, I'm back.
no one cares about them fighting.
No, that's not what I said. I said make
I
sure
know.
you stop it.
I know. But that's what Adrian says that you said.
I'm just laughing at the whole thing.
Amazing.
If it escalates, I'll play my bagpipes.
To buff the Vandal. The fandom is too good.
I'm back, by the way. What are you guys doing?
What
Leaving.
Did you say that you're back?
We're leaving.
I said that I was
Basically,
back while you guys were talking.
Yes, we're leaving.
Oh, really?
We're walking out.
I
We're
did not
going.
hear that.
Maybe my mic didn't pick it up then, but I did say it.
Oh god.
Where did that copper piece go?
Like, it would have fallen on the ground.
Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna pick that up. Yeah, we're leaving.
I'll bend down and pick the copper piece up, and then just put it on the counter next to Jillian.
Milady tips Fedora.
It's a trilby! Don't you ever talk to me or my Dakimakura again.
Money.
Alright, so you leave the Northern Light, and what are you doing? Like, where are you going?
Following Cornelius.
Yeah, Cornelius has his own shit that he wants to do. Is everyone just tagging along?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm following very
Jillian?
close behind. Like, hand on some of your clothes. Like, just holding on so you don't get lost.
That's fine.
And
Yeah.
I guess I will put my hands on your shoulder and get it and form a conga line.
So as soon as you try it, well, as soon as you do put your hand on my shoulder, I'm gonna turn around and be like, what the fuck is this? Stop it.
No, on my shoulder.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. Oh, still, no, that's my reaction. I am able to understand what's happening, and I see the conga line forming, and I am mad.
Adrian thought we shouldn't get lost.
I'm just following what she's doing.
Of course course you are. Alright, whatever.
Where are we going?
I am going shopping. And it looks like you two are going along with me.
Okay.
Alright. To the Frozen Far Expeditions.
Alright, you go inside and you are greeted by the same person, Atina Swift.
Alright. Hello.
Still holding conga line formation as
Yes,
we
of
enter the
course.
building.
What can I get for you today, then?
Well, a lot of the other towns, for seemingly no reason, do not have reasonable gear for dealing with the harsh cold in this area. Do you sell any reinforced or more insulated clothes?
Well, the reason why most shops don't carry it is because to get clothes above the grade that you're currently wearing, it would require Yeti fur. And that's pretty rare to come across these days.
You can't just stuff fur into a coat. I don't know how these things work. It needs to be Yeti fur?
Yetis, their fur has a more keen resistance and is very, very good at keeping in heat. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I can tell you that it does work. It works much better than typical animal furs.
Right. Okay, so instead of something to buy, then how about some wisdom? How do folks around here normally deal with the cold?
They stay in their houses.
Right, and we have plans to go up the mountain, and you are a supplier of people planning to go up the mountain. The people's houses are not up the mountain. How do they stay warm up the mountain?
Well, they make fires. Some of them buy in insulated tents, but I don't think that you guys could afford that.
It's awfully presumptuous of you.
Well, no offense, but you don't look like you have 500 gold pieces.
That's a lot of money.
Well, regardless, it's bad business practice to not offer your wares to your patrons.
It's also bad business for patrons to ask for things that they can't afford.
Did you say an insulated tent was 500 gold pieces?
Fucking apparently.
That
Do the
is
things
what you
not
said,
follow
yes.
the price guides? Like metagame.
I'm scrolling up right now. I thought that an insulated
It's
tent was 500.
50.
Or is it... For an insulated tent?
Insulated tent is 50. Insulated shelter is 200.
Oh, that's what she's talking about, is the insulated shelter, not the tent. She's talking about the shelter.
Okay.
An insulated shelter. Huh.
Think like Indian
it-
tent. maybe?
Okay, so I will correct that statement to 200 gold pieces. You don't look like you have 200 gold pieces.
Right.
Okay, so besides wood that doesn't exist and things that you think we cannot afford, what else?
I mean, I sell potions of cold resistance. I can sell you some warming stones.
Alright, you'll have to bear with me, I'm not from around these parts. What are those things and what do they do?
Well, a warming stone is just a small stone. I'm not really sure how they work magically, I just buy them. But essentially, you'll take the stone and you'll speak an arcane word, and then it will keep you warmer for a day. After that, it will go cold again.
Okay, and what about the other thing?
The potion of resist cold, you'll drink it and it makes you warm. I'm not sure how else to describe it.
Does it actually make you warm, or is it like liquor?
It actually maintains your core body temperature.
Okay, and how much are those things?
A potion of resist cold I can say for 50 gold pieces per potion, and a warming stone is 20.
And the warming stone, one day you say?
One day, and then it will go cold again.
Anything else?
Not that I have here.
What other types of shops are in this town?
I'm the only one that sells adventuring gear here.
Okay. Are there any other shops in this town?
Not that I know of. I'm going to say no. The Hook, Line, and Sinker is more of a tavern, but they don't really sell gear. They can sell you food and rations, but that's about it.
Understood. So unfortunately, I very carefully turn around as to not disrupt the fucking conga line. Well, you two, you heard. Are you interested in any of those things?
Well, go ahead.
I'll take a look around the store to see like what all is in here. Is it just like a bunch of mundane things?
So it has climbing picks, snowshoes, normal tents. It has like toboggans and sleds on the wall. When I say toboggan and sled, they're the same thing. What else do they have? They have cold weather clothing hanging up. Yeah, it's just like the basic stuff that you would see in like a normal shop. It seems to be like this town's general store, to put it like plainly.
Is there a price for the climbing picks? Like a price out there?
For the climbing gear?
Yeah.
It's going to be what's in the player's handbook. Let me look it up.
I think I got mine for like 5 gold. I don't remember though. We bought it like a month ago.
Well, 700 gold. Fuck you.
Well,
Times are hard.
I wouldn't be able to argue. So.
25 gold pieces.
Damn,
That's how much
I
a climber's kit
still-
costs.
Oh, kit. Okay, never mind.
Again, that's for a climbing pack, not just the climbing picks.
Yes, that is for a kit. It comes with special pittons, boot tips, gloves, on a harness.
Got it. And do they have any toys here?
They have some like stuff made out of like ivory, from the fish bones, or well, ivory fish bones. They have like small little whistles, as well as like a toy car with like ivory wheels.
Oh boy, all of that stuff would go great with kids. I'll look at anything that looks cheaper. I'm assuming the car is going to cost like gold pieces. Or what are the like price tags on the rest of the stuff?
So the car is priced at about 5 silver pieces. The whistle is priced at 1 gold piece because it's an ornate whistle. And then they also have like stuffed dolls that have been stuffed with like hay, and those are about 5 copper.
How many dolls are there?
There's 3 in the store currently.
Alright. I will buy the car and 3 dolls.
Okay.
With your frost checks and the errated weather, how did the warming stones tie into that?
It's a +5.
Yeah, it's a +5.
Right.
So with your gear in the stone, it'd be a +10 total.
It'd be a plus, doesn't matter. Wasted 20 gold.
I don't see how a +5 is a waste of 20 gold. That increases your chances effectively by like almost 75%.
Well, I don't have that perspective because I can't do the math.
Question. Do
So
I
wait,
see
it's
Go ahead.
5 gold, 1 use.
It's 20 gold, 1 use, lasts 1 day. And gives you a +5 to your check.
I mean, if we had more of an income, worth it.
Maybe eventually.
I think, yeah,
I personally think like going for the Yetis that we know are there and then taking their fur. That's like, that would be great.
Definitely. But you're not allowed to have that opinion. You're right here.
Yeah, that's fair. You make a fair point.
Is there a dwarf in the store?
Yeah, the shield dwarf is sitting in the back, and it's a her.
Would I
Yeah, you would see them.
Would I have an inkling that her feet would match the footprints outside?
You can make whatever assumption you want.
All you know is that they're a dwarf, and that I said that I thought they were dwarven footprints. That's all you know.
Hey, corn pops. Didn't you say footprints were dwarf-made small prints?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me, but there's no way to know. I wasn't there to see whatever made them.
Well, there's a dwarf back there. You want
Could
to
have
ask?
been a giant with dwarven boots on sticks.
Giant's too big. No.
Well, yeah, but we'd be looking at the boots on sticks, not his actual footprints.
That doesn't make sense to me. How would he be on sticks? He's too big.
No, he would hold the sticks.
I'm exiting the inn, not inn, store, shop, establishment.
Thanks, come again. Enjoy your toys.
I guess I'll just follow outside, being visibly confused. Sticks,
Well,
giants.
And I'll wrap up my conversation with the storekeeper. I appreciate you telling me the prices. I'll have to get together with my group and see what we can muster, but knowing the prices and formulating a plan is half of making informed decisions, so thank you for that.
Take your time. Did you want to sell me those geodes, by the way? Or were you holding on to those?
Well, I don't think we have much of a use for them, but I do not have them on me. Is that deal only good for a certain amount of time?
No, just whenever you have the time. I was just wondering if you were still interested.
Okay, yes, I'm sure we're definitely still interested, but I cannot alone executively make that decision. Say, do you have a back door to this establishment?
Yeah, we do.
What is it used for?
A back door?
Well, yes, but
I'm
what
not
about the
exactly
front
sure what
door?
you mean. I mean, we'll use the back door when we exit the store to lock up for the night, or when we need to split wood. It's just an easy way and back into the building. I mean,
Is there anything?
back doors are always only for convenience.
Is there anything directly behind your store, out into the seeming wilderness?
Not that I know of. I mean, there's Kelvin's Cairn, to the northwest.
Right. And no giant birds in this area, right?
No, not aside from the white worm that occasionally flies over.
Right. Alright then, well, carry on. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Just let me know.
Of course. And then I'd leave to see the two standing outside. Is that what happened?
Yep.
Alright, well. Adrian, we should probably show you the footprints that we found.
Footprints?
Yes. There are strange footprints.
Strange in what way?
Well, they leave out the back of this shop. They appear to go towards the northern light, which would make sense, right? Keep in mind. But then, about halfway through, they veer off into the wilderness and then abruptly come to a stop. It's quite strange. I'd love your perspective on it.
Okay.
To the footprints.
Right, as you go around to the new set, to the footprints, there's actually a new set of footprints. About the same set as the ones from the previous night.
No, hold on, Adrian. There's new footprints. Maybe if the other ones got blown over by snow, we can actually figure out where these go. Would you assist me in looking?
Sure.
Alright, follow the footprints.
Alright, you follow the small footprints for about a quarter of a mile, and then they end, and you see much, much larger footprints, sort of curving around to the northeast towards Kelvin's Cairn. And you see
much
what
larger?
looks to be, like, tracks behind it as well that appear to be from a sled. Much larger footprints.
Would I recognize the footprints?
I'm gonna turn to Karn.
Make a survival
See?
check.
Giants.
Survival, Kapowie.
You recognize these footprints to be ogre footprints.
An ogre?
An ogre.
Yes, these footprints are from an ogre.
Adrian saw one of those before.
Do I offhandedly know that if ogres can survive up to here in the cold?
You like ogres can survive pretty much anywhere if they're acclimated to the weather, so
Okay, I gotcha. Yes, ogre footprints.
That's sort of strange, don't you think?
I don't know why an ogre would be this close to the town without reason.
Yes, nor why it would appear, at least in my mind, that the town is either selling or giving goods to them, or doing some type of exchange.
Extortion, maybe?
I mean, isn't there a spot of intelligence required for extortion?
Well, there's sled tracks, isn't there?
I'm just staring blankly at you.
There could be people riding in the sled, commanding the ogre?
Okay.
You realize ogres aren't that intelligent, correct?
Yes, which is why I'm curious about your extortion scheme.
The ogre would be the labor, while the people in control of the ogre would be doing the scheme. Does that
Yes, but
make sense?
why are there people and an ogre on a sled going towards the mountain?
Do you think I have answers for that? No.
Well, with what the machinations of your mind are a mystery to me, Karn.
As they are to myself sometimes. I'm just spouting what I see.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's it. So, like, Cornelius would go back to the inn if no one else is doing anything.
How long have these prints been here?
Well, these ones look fresh, like they were made overnight, compared to the ones I saw from approximately a day ago.
Overnight. So maybe we should set a trap out here?
Well, I don't know if we could in good conscience set a trap. We don't know what's going on, so we're gonna catch a dwarf in a bear trap, doing perhaps just mundane business stuff.
I
Doesn't sound like
mean,
the wisest idea.
we stay near here.
Oh, we're the trap.
No, we are kind of the trap. We are springing a trap.
Is there a dwarf losing his leg to a bear trap?
No?
There could
Okay.
be, though.
No.
What if our
Long-
words are a trap?
Then that is fine. But we have to be careful about how we approach this, because leaving a building and wandering off into the wilderness in itself is not inherently, there's nothing wrong with that.
But we can wait for the person to go over here and leave, and then we can follow. Maybe.
Do you think we're able to follow without being seen?
It's hard to see at night.
We could dig a shelter in the snow and make a blind of sorts and watch.
Near the drop-off point or over here?
Over where these tracks are here.
Do you know how to do that?
I'm assuming I would know how to, since I grown up here my entire life. Is that correct, Maya?
You would know how to what? I'm sorry.
Make like a snow blind, essentially.
Are you
Snow.
proficient in survival?
Yes.
If you are proficient in survival, then I would say that you would know like the basics of how to construct one.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, well, that might honestly be a good plan. I'm surprised.
Well, I'm full of surprises.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got. Barbarian.
Yeah, you're talking about making a hunter's blind with snow, and I'm like, how the hell does this work?
So, no, what I'm thinking is you dig into the
I assumed
snow.
he meant like a snowbank. That's what I
Yeah,
assumed.
to where you'll be covered up out of the environment, but you can see out.
Right, with
So-
like a very obvious slit in our little snow mound.
It's
True,
hard to see
but
at night.
there's tons of snow everywhere, and it's going to be at night.
Well, it doesn't. It's always night. That is a moot point.
Okay, well, it's hard to see in the dark. Does that help?
Sure.
Make the blind like about 100 feet or so away from the tracks. Maybe a little.
Essentially, its functionality is just going to give you guys advantage on your stealth checks. So,
further. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have to understand what it actually is. I have to understand the mechanics, so that works for me.
And yeah.
Yep. So, back to the inn.
Shall we go wake up Furdo?
I'm telling you, it's a bad idea.
Well, Adrian doesn't think it would be right to just leave without him.
Well, no. We're still several hours out from when this plan is proposed to happen. It can wait.
Well, okay. When are we gonna go build the shelter?
Sometime before arbitrary evening.
I would say roughly about a few hours before nightfall, I guess.
for right now, it's probably about like 9, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I didn't think much
Yeah.
time had passed.
No. So, ideally sometime in the evening and then just camp out.
Yeah. I could be amicable to that. Get a chance to rest. Then spring into action.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do before that happened? Because I might have something, depending on what all actions are taken.
Yeah, you're gonna go stalk some children. No. I don't have anything.
If you're gonna go wake up Ferrando, then I'll assist with that.
I am not going to. I was explicitly told not to. So nobody else wanted to do anything? Steven? Ian?
Yeah, I don't know. What has Jillian been up to this whole time?
I've been at the end.
Just like sitting there?
Kinda sulking, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I'm awake, I just had intentions of like figuring out what we can do about the cold, trying to develop a strategy, trying to manage our funds towards that end.
You were sleeping for the whole day, though, no?
Right. But this is when I wake up and feel
So, like the
refreshed.
next day?
Yeah, I'll wake up and I'll be like, fresh. Yes. Let's discuss
Well,
strategy.
I think wording is important. You're sleeping for 8 hours, not a whole day.
No, I'll maybe get up to eat the food as it comes out or something like that. But like, I'm
'Cause
sleeping.
we're gonna
for
be
the whole
doing
day.
shit tonight.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, then maybe you can wake him up like a little better and inform
Right
him.
after 8 hours.
Yeah. Just be like, you've slept 8 hours. It's fine. And then I'll be like, grumble mumble.
Okay.
Can I?
So
go-
that would be at 4 p.m. that you would be waking up then.
Right, but before that, Denny's doing shit.
Yep.
Can I go check this out behind the speaker's house?
The ruins, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe like make sure the speaker's okay if he would maybe be in his house. Is there like smoke coming from his chimney?
Yeah, there's smoke coming from his chimney.
Okay. Then I'll just continue on.
Okay. Going past and up the road, you see the ruins of what was once a castle. It seems to be pretty much reduced to rubble. There's a few standing walls, but it seems to be mainly bricks laying in the snow. It looks very akin to like what you would see in like Ark when you come across like explorer notes.
Oh no.
Like it's pretty much just ruins. There's no doors intact. There's no floor intact. It's just bricks and piles of what was once a place that no longer exists.
Am I able to deduce what happened to cause it to fall into such a decrepit state?
Make a history check.
Oh boy, I'm proficient in that.
Alright, so being from the 10 towns, give me just a second and I will read the actual description of what happened. So what happened to this castle is they erected this castle in hopes of being able to stave off the orcs of the Many Arrow tribe that have been performing raids since long before the Sword Coast was even formed. So when the beginning of the 10 towns had just began getting formed back in the 800s, I think it was 892, they erected this castle in an attempt to fortify a stronghold this far north. After fortifying the castle and getting it up, the Many Arrows tribe then performed a raid on it in coordination with the Verbeek giants that were living in Kelvin's Cairn at the time, and they assaulted the castle and brought it down into ruins, sort of just to state their claim that that this part of the north was theirs.
Uh-huh. And how long ago was that?
That was back in 892. Currently it's 1492, I believe, or was it 1494?
So we're
I don't remember what year I told you guys.
600 something years.
Let me tell you when it actually was. I think I posted that in general and then
Probably. It got buried.
pinned it. Let me check.
Pins.
1489 is the current year.
Alrighty. With that knowledge, do the stones and whatnot look like they're in bad shape? Like, has the weather taken a toll on the stones? Like, why have these not been used to build any sort of other structure?
They seem very, very weathered. When you pick them up, they seem to almost crumble.
Got it. Let's see, what would... I probably won't be able to find anything over here. I will... just... There's so many things. I will go over to the speaker's house.
Okay.
Remove my mask and knock on his door.
Okay. You don't hear an answer coming from the door. What's your passive or what's your perception? Like, make a perception check.
Let's see. Passive is 13 and active is 13.
You can hear what seems to be like snoring coming from inside the building.
In the middle of the day.
Yep.
Adrian hates people who sleep in the middle of the day.
I heard that.
But I'll just return back to the inn. Actually, I'll go to this inn.
The hook, line, and sinker,
Yeah,
which is the tavern.
the tavern.
Okay. Entering the tavern, you see that there is a half-elf commoner. He sort of looks up at you and says, "Welcome to the hook, line, and sinker. What can I do? What can I get for you today?"
Hello. What do you serve?
Well, you see, first off, here's this, and he, like, puts a half pint of ale in your hand. He says, "So, I call this the hook. It compels you to come in and, go ahead and order seconds. And, we call that the line. And then, when you're here, you spend money, and that's called the sinker. Get it? The name. Hook, line, and sinker."
Adrian likes that a lot.
For the police, serving alcohol to a minor.
That's okay. I'm an adventurer.
It's medieval times. Kids are always drunk.
Jesus.
Adrian was looking for information.
Sure, what kind of information did you need?
Things have been getting stolen around the town.
Yeah. We had two goats, stolen from here about a 10 day ago.
Do you have any information, or just...
Nope,
Nothing?
nobody's seen the culprit. Not a one of us.
Has anything
All we
else
find
been-
are footprints.
Yeah. Has anything else been happening in town?
I know that people have been having, like, silverware and jewelry going missing. I know the Northern Light recently had their lantern stolen.
But just a bit of thievery?
Yeah, every night it seems like something new goes missing.
Is the speaker of the town okay?
Trovis? Oh, he's just an old adventurer. He does fine for himself. We like him because he's not like the other politicians. He means well in everything that he does. We appreciate him.
Yeah. I spoke with Trovis the other day. He seemed a bit drunk.
He has an issue with alcohol sometimes. Especially when the pressure's on him and there's a problem that he can't solve. He misses his day as an adventurer. It's something that he really misses and longs to do again, but unfortunately, he's too tied to us in this town to leave. He'll never admit it, though. He'll always say that he doesn't want the job, but every time we re-elect him, he always has a smile on his face.
Well, it's good to have someone like that in the town. And I'll just be slowly drinking my pint of ale or whatever. Is there anybody else, like, in the tavern?
It seems that it's like full of fishermen. Like most of the other towns, there seems to just be fishermen in here, as well as a few hunters.
Has the fishing been good recently?
I mean, with the lake mostly frozen over, we're sort of forced to drag our boats out onto the ice, but once we can actually get it out there, people manage to catch what we need.
Okay. That's good. Well, My party is here to try and help you with your problem of the theft that's going on. And hopefully we'll be able to deal with that soon.
We'd appreciate it a lot. I can give you all the drinks and food that you'd ever want for free if you're able to solve it. Unfortunately, I don't have much coin to offer.
Oh, it's fine. We heard that from a lot of people, really. But it seems like a really nice town.
Yeah, coin is just hard to come by with a rhyme. It's hard to export our goods where we need them to go, and not a whole lot of traders come through these days.
Where do you normally sell your goods to?
Well, usually we hope to sell it to Luskin. We seem to get the best price over at Luskin. All of us at the 10 towns typically sell our goods there.
And you just wait for a traveling trader to swing past?
Well, we'll send caravans ourselves, but the Many Arrow tribe has been sort of guarding the way in here. I'm not sure if you've ran into any merchants, but it's pretty rare that one actually makes it all the way through.
Well, Adrian will look into that too. Let's see. Do I see any, like, coinage being thrown around between any of the patrons in the bar? Like, anyone paying for their drinks or whatever, and how much they're paying?
Not a whole lot of people are paying for their drink. It seems like the majority of them just have the free half pint they get when they come in. And then there's a few that seem to be like buying food, but it seems like mainly people are here for the free ale.
Okay, and how much was the food?
If you're buying food, he sells like he even sells venison here because he has hunters that he works with. So it depends on whether or not you're buying venison or if you're buying knucklehead trout. Knucklehead trout is 5 copper pieces, and the venison is a silver piece.
Well, I'll put 2 silver out there and ask for some venison, and then thank him for the information with the other silver.
No problem. Let me get that right out to you. About 5 minutes later, he comes out with a very hearty bowl of venison stew. It has sort of like a thick gravy for a broth, and it has potatoes and carrots in it.
This is a nice change of pace.
It's a bit different than the fish, huh?
Yes,
Pretty-
very.
It's pretty rare that we're actually able to have venison, but when we do, it's always a blessing.
Well, thank you very much for the food. And I'll just start to eat and kind of listen into any idle chat that people are having.
Alrighty, let me pull up a table.
Adrian really reminds me of another character. It's so frustrating because I can't think of who I'm thinking about. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
It's none of my characters, is it?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. I try to make my characters at least a little different.
Why is significantly quieter than before, Pat?
Oh, I switched headsets.
Oof.
Well, mics rather.
Easy.
Alright, so listening to other people's conversations, you hear... Did you hear what happened to that evil wizard in East Haven? They tied him to a stake and lit him on fire. Why? Because he hired some 10-towners to help him find a buried tower that killed him to keep the location secret? Well, one of them told me where the tower's at. I wouldn't go myself, but maybe something you'd like to explore. Oh no, I wouldn't want to explore anything like that. I don't know, maybe we can find somebody to do it later.
Oh my god, this dialogue works like Cyberpunk. You just walk up and they're already talking.
I mean,
Oh boy.
that is how conversations tend to be happening.
Yep.
It's just that happens while you're there. You just have to listen.
Well, but they're saying interesting shit, is my point.
Oh yeah, they sometimes do. You just have to listen.
This is
where
an
is
RPG,
East Haven?
so. East Haven is the far south of the trail that you're currently on. So if
Okay.
you follow the trail that leads to Caer Konig and you go all the way south, at the bottom of the lake will be East Haven. I can drag you here really quick so you
got
can
it.
see.
I do see. I opened the map.
Oh, right, I have a handout for the map. I don't even need to drag you guys back and forth anymore. Forgot about that.
Wee. Oh
Um,
no. Our initiative, it's gone.
Oh no. I will thank the barkeeper again for the food, and then head back to the tavern.
No problem. Come back anytime.
I kind of give him a thumbs up as I'm walking out.
Alright, and you're going back to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, what was anybody else doing?
Well, I think we were all just sleeping. Everyone except for Adrian. Or at least just arriving to go to sleep. Always hard to tell how things happen temporarily.
Well, I had
Wait, I thought we were getting up at 4.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
o'clock.
at this point it's about noon.
Sorry, I'm sleeping.
Yes.
I guess I'm just gonna idle at the bar.
Jill is also at the bar.
Want a drink?
What's that?
Do you want a drink? You can have one on me.
Sure. If you're buying this, that's fine.
Keeper, give us 2 drink ales, please.
Sure. She fills up two tinkers full of warm ale and then passes them to both of you.
Cheers, lassie. Then I just down my ale.
I'm just sipping on it. You didn't really meet yesterday. Who are you exactly?
My name is Karn. I'm one of Garrett's longtime friends. And you saved his life, which is exactly why I'm helping your group, per se.
If you're a long-time
Good.
friend, maybe he'll listen to you. You should tell him not to be so reckless. He's the he's the reason our friend died.
Yes, that's Garrett, alright. He's a fool at times, and a stubborn one at that. But, nonetheless, it's his decisions, and not mine. I am sorry about your friend, though.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Well, if you need another drink, have another one on me.
Keep your money.
So, even though I'm long resting, I'm not going to get the benefits of a long rest, am I? It hasn't been enough time.
As an elf, the meditation 4 hours, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
4 hours.
But it hasn't been enough time to get the benefits, right?
Currently it hasn't. Currently it's been about 3 hours.
Like,
She's
he
very
means like
meditative.
you can do it once every day. That's what he's talking about. And he recently did his long rest. And it's been just a couple hours since he woke up.
That's what you mean. So in terms of like resting periods, I don't have the restriction on like you can only rest this many times. The reason why I have the restriction on like long rests and stuff is for like if you guys are in dungeons or in the wilderness. But if you guys are in the town and you guys are during a period of rest, I'm not going to have a restriction on like how often you can long rest.
Oh,
Okay.
should we all be like rested up from, I guess, yesterday then?
I mean, yeah, if you guys spent the rest... Well, yesterday you guys arrived in the town when it was, like, getting to be, like, nighttime.
Okay.
Because you guys had traveled from Dwarven Valley to
Got
Kirkonig.
But I appreciate that knowledge. That way we can just rest in... We could have just rested in the Dwarven place. So, from now on, we have that knowledge. So, I appreciate that. And for every, like, 8 hours of resting, it's considered like a long rest, or do you have to be actively sleeping for it to be a long rest?
You don't have to actively be sleeping, no.
Okay, because I know, like, with short rests, you're just doing idle things. And if a long rest is just, like, 8 hours of idle things, then okay. I just want to get that ruling, like, set in stone now that it's brought up.
If you're out in the wilderness and stuff, like, it's not going to qualify as a long rest unless you're sleeping. So you won't be able to take, like, a long rest in the middle of the wilderness, unless you're sleeping. But in, like, towns and stuff, that's, like, yeah, that's not going to matter. So.
Okay. So was our, like, rest of the part of the day of relaxing and just, like, walking around town and stuff also considered idle things?
Walking around town, going shopping and that sort of thing, I wouldn't consider those idle. By idle, I mean like maintaining equipment, indoors, just like chilling, essentially.
Is sewing an idle thing?
So when I say idle things, I mean not making checks.
Okay.
Just
Got
sitting,
it.
relaxing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
using
think that's
tools
the
and that
bar.
sort of thing
But-
doesn't count as part of a rest. So
As long as we're there. Thank you for elaborating. So, yeah. I now have a further understanding of that.
Ian, did you
Yes.
remember that there was that ruling before you went back to sleep? Endgame?
What? No, I did not remember that. All I remembered was I just played it the way that, like, I literally just had a vacation where I slept for 2 days. So I figure if Ferendo is buried under an avalanche and all this shit, and like a friend dies, like, this is really hard shit. This shit that usually people just go catatonic for a day or two to recover from. So what happened that, like, there was no exhaustion relief because people? I kind of missed this discussion. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but it would have been possible given the non-understanding of rules we had, where you went to sleep during the middle of the day, and you slept, but you didn't get the benefits of a long rest. That's what could have happened.
but yeah, during resting periods, I don't count it that way. So
In the towns only.
correct.
Did that include in the 2 days we spent in the Dwarven Valley?
The Dwarven Valley actually doesn't count as a town in terms of like book and rules wise. So
Isn't that
it's like the
insane?
most inhospitable place you can rest. So
Okay.
it's considered a town, but it's considered a 1-star town, meaning that it has no services or things for you.
Okay.
It's a town for dwarves, and everyone else can fuck off.
It's a miserable place.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's all I
More
had.
useful information.
Right.
I approve. Any useful information I can get. Now time to abuse the system. Joking, it's a joke. Settle down.
I didn't even say anything. You
I
didn't give me
know,
time to
it's-
say anything.
It's okay. I'm just joking. So yeah, I would arrive back at the Northern Light, just kind of see that half of our party's sleeping apparently, or not currently in, and then I'll sit down next to Jillian.
I'm still sipping on the beer that Karin bought me.
Adrian got some useful information. Did you two find out anything?
I've been here, no.
Nothing more from me. I've just been sitting drinking as well.
Are there any people in here?
You mean like other than you? No.
Yeah, okay. Adrian went... Well, I'll kind of hush my tone. Adrian went to the hook, line, and sinker. I know they serve food and ale here, but... Adrian wanted to check it out.
Find anything interesting?
Adrian heard that they burned a witch in East Haven. And something tower wizardy things. Exploring, asking if they wanted to explore something.
Oh shit, I used a wrong table. I was supposed to give you a different table. I used the wrong table, so retcon that. I used the wrong fucking table.
No.
Oh,
I used the
no.
table for the next chapter, not this chapter. So in this chapter,
yeah, scalloped potatoes, delicious, huh?
the rumor that you would have heard is
Jesus Christ.
in Caerdenival, no one has seen the town speaker for a long time. Locals say the speaker Chronic has fallen ill, but sinister figures have been seen entering and leaving the castle at odd hours.
I don't know how to spell any of those words. Can you just like post Caerdenival in the chat?
It's on the map.
It should be on the map.
C-A-E-R.
Or Dineval.
I'm just gonna keep it like this in my notes.
1 second. I can
It's
pull
gonna
it up.
be beautiful.
There should actually be a thing for it.
So that's there. So that's right there. And then town speaker sick question mark, not seen, shady people going into castle at night. And then I will repeat that to you all. And I'll leave out like bits and pieces like
Alright, I'll grab that in journal.
like not sinister figures. I'll just say like people have been walking in, yada yada yada, etc. Might be sick, yada yada, etc. That's what I heard.
Got it.
The childlike tendencies continue. Now we're playing a game of telephone.
Bro. I mean, I'm not sitting there at the bar taking notes while I'm eating my venison. I guess you can if you want to be a weirdo, but...
No, I'm just gonna remember everything that's said to me, even in passing, forever.
Wow.
Yes, please continue, please
I think there's actually a feat for that. Are you doing what you can do with a feat, but just not like that? That sounds like
because
cheating
I'm a
to me.
badass. No, the DM approved it by proxy.
So yeah, that's what I say. Adrian hasn't seen very many people come in here. I also say that in kind of a hushed tone. To not try to be rude.
I agree.
A child after my own heart.
Actually just gonna kill Cornelius in his sleep. Excuse me, in his trance. Elf things. But yeah. Have you two gone out looking or just been drinking? Just drinking?
Amazing.
Just drinking.
Oh. Okay.
Just killing time till we decide to wake the sleeping ones up.
Okay. I'll pull out my druidic focus and just start fidgeting with it again.
Okay, and is anybody else doing anything until you guys wake up Ferrando?
I mean, Cornelius would wake up and then go down and hang out. That's all.
I will offer to make prepared food into pumpkins for the people who run this inn. If they would like fresh produce.
Pumpkins. I mean, where are you gonna get pumpkins?
I'll hold up my staff. It's magic.
Oh, okay.
I can do it 3 times a day.
Okay, I mean, sure. I can do something with pumpkins. What do you need?
Just any prepared food.
Oh, okay. Give me just a second then. And she pulls out like 3 bowls of chowder, like fairly large bowls of chowder, and then places them.
Bippity boppity boop.
Deus ex machina.
And they're pumpkins.
Wonderful
Pumpkins
incantation.
sitting in bowls.
Corey, I have pumpkins for you.
Wait, it doesn't
Pumpkins?
consume
Where the hell
bowl?
did you get pumpkins from? One of the lovely patrons. Oh well, okay. I guess I'll do something with them. Sorry, she's not that grateful.
Oh, it's okay. I just thought I would offer. Adrian thought she would offer. Excuse me.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'll make sure that she uses them.
I'll just kind of give a smile. I'm gonna try to be nice to people. This is a nice town.
That is the timing is uncanny.
Why?
Going
How
to
so?
murder Cornelius in his sleep, but you're going to be nice to the people in the town.
Speaking
But the people in the town are being nice to me.
I just remembered, babe. Can you give me the access to see what the Tome of Dreams and Horrifying Help do since I have them in my inventory?
Yes.
Because Fended don't exist no more.
Nope, he got yeeted into
Oh.
oblivion.
Oh, so awful. Not really, but so awful.
All Garrett's fault. 100%.
200%.
I should have just done what I wanted to do, but there was a chance of killing him, so no, that's a bad idea.
What did you want to do?
Shoot him to shut him up.
I didn't want to shoot him, like he was just, like, he was hesitating, so I was going to, like, backhand him or some shit and knock him out.
Use a blunt object like a club.
Right, you
the
should
best
have
way.
Hand!
That's usually not good.
Honestly, we should have just left him. Because you said that we could have just left, and then he would have told his husband that we succeeded in the task, and then he could have gone and fucking saved his friends on his own.
Well, this is hindsight. Like, I think we were all interested in getting him back safely.
I was
and,
willing to give my life to go find his comrades.
You're willing to give everybody's lives to find his comrades?
Oh, hell yeah, I was. After we were
You're willing to cause a
goaded-
TPK.
we were goaded into walking up the mountain after I said we shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I thought we might as well just keep going if we're gonna do it. If we're gonna do things, we're gonna do it right and die.
First we
At
got
least the
yeeted-
NPCs won't die.
First we got yeeted by an avalanche.
Yes.
We probably should have just kept going. You know.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We could've
TPK
done
though.
No.
TPK
No. Nothing bad would have happen. Nothing bad ever happens if this NPC is leading the way. They're invisible.
True. Of course.
Giddy Eatsman.
Steven's saying that from a very salty place because his favorite character in Curse of Strahd died because of an NPC.
Now Fendon died because of it.
So he's saying that from a very, very salty place.
So many characters die because of NPCs. We should just kill them all. Isn't
That's
that
why
how
I
it
just
works?
wanted to knock him out and
NPCs
drag his
are-
limp body down the mountain.
NPCs are retarded.
Oh, whoa! That's
You're
mean.
streaming.
Ooh,
Ah!
I said the big bad R word. No, I don't give a fuck.
Lol. So yeah, we're just gonna pass time until we wake everybody up. Then we're gonna go build our little snow cave. Maybe, or maybe we'll all work together
Are we?
and build a big one.
So who is staying up for the trap? All of us?
I'm thinking, yeah, because I'm
I
going
would
to
assume
be
so.
fully
Being on a
rested
watch.
by. Yeah, I'll be fully rested by 4.
4
right?
p.m.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
the-
not be. Don't worry, I'll probably die from exhaustion going out there. Too soon.
You had the option to sleep like Ferrando did. You chose to go eat deer.
Gather information.
It was a hearty meal.
Yeah, what's our spy doing? Not gathering information. Hmm.
Can we jump to 4 o'clock? I want to wake people up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 4 o'clock now.
Make sure you
Okay.
don't break anything, please.
Okay.
Wake them up
I'll-
gently.
4 o'clock.
Try not to.
I'm gonna go up to Fernando's room.
Okay. I guess
Keep in
I'll-
mind-
With the other two?
Cornelius is with you.
Oh, well, it's just Fernando.
Yeah.
What?
I just wanted you to know that.
He was the only, I thought there was more than one person sleeping. But I can't,
No, Frando's the only one sleeping.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go.
So are you going with everybody else to his room?
Yes, but I wanna. Oh, yeah, well, I guess I'll wait. I don't know.
All
You
right.
wanted to what?
Nothing.
This is the plan.
No, what did you want to do? You haven't done anything this session. What did you want to do?
I was gonna do it after. Like, once I get past the room.
Once you get into the room?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys are able to get into the room pretty easily. There's no locks. And he is just sound asleep in his bed.
I wanted to put on the horrifying helm and stand over Fernando as he's doing it.
And
Cornelius, in his infinite wisdom, is going to advise you don't do that because he is a trained fighter and you will get stabbed.
I'm gonna do it anyway because I want.
Oh my
I-
fucking god!
I'm gonna beckon to Jillian on the count of 3, 2, 1, and then begin playing my bagpipes really loud.
Alright, so you wake up and there is bagpipes fucking blaring and there's a skeleton staring down at you.
Where's my blade? Blade! And then I have it next to the bed and I start swinging, but it's like I'm still clearly like out of it and I don't have a target, so I'm just swinging in the middle of the air, like everywhere around, but not at Jillian. Like, that is rude.
That is funny.
No, it's not funny. I was trying to rest. I don't know why I went to Skeletor.
Because it was a skeleton that woke you up. Nah.
I could write a book about what you don't know. Oh my god. That is absolutely unforgivable.
You're the one that said we needed jokes.
Yes! At your expense, not mine.
I don't think it works that way.
I know it doesn't work that way, but I wish it did. Oh, my head. That bagpipe is a hell of a sunset.
And I'll take off the horrifying helm now.
Alright, well, I suppose after this ruckus, what do you all want? You woke me up for a reason, did you not? Hopefully you did. Don't make that at my expense for no good cause.
Can we just say that we explain it to him?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
We're setting a trap. Let's go.
Okay, alright, let's go. Alright, I'm up. I'm awake. I'm here. Let me just get dressed. And I don my armor, winter wear, and blade.
Canonically, as a wealthy noble, I want you to have a onesie that you sleep in.
I'm totally wearing a onesie. And I have a
Hell
little
yeah.
cap. There's a little
Yeah, a little
cap.
nightcap with like a little
Little
knit
nightcap.
ball of wool on the end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Only the finest in sleepwear for the hawk winters, I tell you. Whereas we need a picture of this.
Like I'm imagining Ned Flanders. Yes, that is an appropriate reaction to bagpipes.
Is that from Skyrim?
That's Scrooge
Yeah, that's
from
rude.
the 3D animation that they made of it.
I forgot the fucking. Well, what was the name of that movie?
I can't remember. It was
It was. I actually can't remember the name of the movie.
what was it? A Christmas Carol? A Christmas Carol, 2009.
Was that it?
From the looks of it, yes, A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, I got it. I got the image.
Fantastic.
Oh god. That's not a onesie,
Very
that's
regal.
a bathrobe.
No, well, the robe is over the onesie, but you can see that he's got kind of a thing. But that
Oh,
teacup.
I know that guy. He made a
Yeah.
YouTube video trying to sell me a $200 nail care set, bastard.
And you probably bought it, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Really?
Yeah, but it wouldn't
It-
matter.
It wasn't a
Because
good
you don't get to
value?
judge me for what I do with my money. But I get to judge you for the money you don't have.
Oh, is that how that works?
Oh.
Oh, damn.
No, that's
All right.
totally okay.
Alright,
I'm
we're setting
totally
the trap.
allowed to judge him. He's allowed to judge me. That's what
Alright,
friends
I got a
do.
30-minute. I got a 30-minute.
Okay, set the trap. Make survival checks.
I'm helping
Make stealth
with
checks.
my non-proficiency. I'm
Build,
helping.
build the thing.
Build the thing. I rolled it first.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Wait, survival or
I didn't even
stealth?
see that.
those that are
Is it a group
proficient have
check?
the choice to roll on their own. So
Oh shit, really?
What are we doing? Stealth?
Now we're rolling stealth.
now you guys are rolling stealth. You guys managed to form a pretty good like ice shelter. You guys managed to like poke a hole in it with like a piece of glass on the end from like. Do any of you have a telescope or something? If not, then I need to like change my description. Do any of you have a spyglass?
I've got a
That's-
flask of oil.
Spyglass is way too much.
I could just put
Okay,
like,
whatever. Never mind. You guys just managed to like make a little slit in it by like taking a file and like carving it down.
I have one of those.
And we have
Yes,
advantage
because
on
you have
our
a thieves'
stealth
kit.
check.
Wow. What are those?
So
buttons?
22.
What?
We have advantage on our stealth checks.
Yes.
Is
Yes,
it a
you
group
do.
stealth check?
It's a
Yes,
stealth check.
it is a group stealth
Okay.
check.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's at advantage, right? So we have 15, 11. That depends on the DC, right? But we had the
Mine kills it. Mine absolutely kills it.
Well, then Adrian makes up for it with the 22.
Plus
The
7.
No Child Left Behind Act
good.
says that you'll get the help you need.
Plus 22. divided
Meanwhile-
by 5. That's a 13.8 stealth check.
Not
Please
bad.
round up or down. That's not bad.
Down.
Yeah, my rounds.
We always round down.
Okay, then that's less than desirable.
So 13.
I mean-
is what that stealth check is.
You still need a pretty decent passive perception. Like, you would need Adrian's level of passive perception.
They need proficiency and a wisdom score.
That's also implying that thieves aren't looking just like looking around.
I mean, how long have they been doing this?
Over a week.
Okay, so
They're
they've
brazen.
been doing this for over a week without even getting close to getting caught.
I don't know if you've ever stolen anything before, Denny. But yeah, you're if you steal anything, you're constantly looking around.
Yeah, you're always on
Until you
edge,
make it a habit.
or you're good
Yeah,
enough
fair
at doing
point.
it.
If they get careless, we can jump on them.
Or
Right,
if they're
but-
kobolds, because they're stupid.
But they're...
I'm guessing we're just gonna wait until something happens, if it happens.
Yeah.
We're all kind of
Just a second.
huddled in here, and Karn's
Can-
over there, like, screaming.
Karen, the
Yeah.
hilt of your axe is rubbing against my chin, and it's just quite bothersome. Do you mind rotating it just a touch?
Just a touch. It's trying to give you a shave.
Yes, and I'm, as you can see, quite clean shaven.
Fine. And I slightly turn it, just so it's barely not touching you anymore.
Ah, thank you. As if it weren't cold enough already, the cold hilt of your axe. Ugh.
Did we break the game?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm just setting up the encounter map.
Ooh.
We did something we weren't supposed to. We broke it.
We're privy.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with an encounter, Matt.
Do
Exactly.
not
Who
mind
said?
my sound.
Who says it has to be a hostile encounter?
I do.
Well,
Because
I'm assuming you guys are smart enough not to light torches, so I'm not going to. Do that.
What torches?
But we could have torches ready to light. Eh?
If you
Or
wanted
we
to.
could not and still get a torch lit.
Yes,
Because those
that's
rules
how
are stupid.
torches work.
Yeah, yeah.
looks back at the barbarian preparing to light a torch.
Can't. Put
Keeps
down the
holding
torch.
his
Put
action
down-
until he sees someone.
Okay.
Put down.
Until someone notices us.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to bust out of the snow blind, and because we've been in there just being warm, we like iced it over and we can't get out.
Like when you go take a jump in a pool and it's like 70 degrees out or 60 degrees or so outside, you get out of the warm pool and it's like, oh god.
Yeah, the ice shell begins to form. We're all gonna die in here.
My rage will keep us warm.
And that's when Adrian wishes that she took the way of the four elements. Like, originally planned.
Ah-cha-cha, firebending.
I was gonna be an ice bender.
Ah-cha-cha,
AKA water bending.
water.
Can't wait to get a hand crossbow. It's gonna be lit as fuck. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have my crossbow prepared for this.
Ooh. I had a quick question about ice damage rulings on spells versus NPCs.
About what?
So when you get hit by a like cold spell or ice spell or whatever, however that works exactly, or like an AOE something, how does that exactly work? When you get hit by a spell and you have to make a frost check or something?
If you fail to like save by more than 5, I believe that's what it says.
Okay.
Like exactly
that-
what it reads is what it is. So
Does that work for NPCs also, or just us?
I would make an NPC make that as well. In that case,
Ooh, okay.
They don't have plot armor? Oh my god.
grab a bucket of water.
Not when it
and
comes to
throw
your guys' abilities, because if their abilities make you make saves, it's only fair that their abilities, like your abilities, make them make saves. So
Awesome.
One could hope, but that hope is not always substantiated.
So we just need to hit the Frost Maiden with things that she fails the DC by 5 or more, like 6
Throw-
times, and then she just dies from
Throw
exhaustion.
throw buckets of water on her.
you don't know what her resistances or
She's
immunities
not the
are.
Wicked Witch of the West. What the fuck?
Is she immune to exhaustion? Is that a thing?
You don't know?
I can bypass, like, cold immunity.
Oh no, I'm aware.
Okay.
She's also,
But
you
she
know,
can bypass my DCs X
Who
amount of
knows?
times. Assuming
Maybe she
X is
can, maybe she
probably
can't.
2. Yeah. You can say that all you want. And I can assume all that I want. And that's okay. Let's
And like I said, the saving throw against against cold damage, that's actually supposed to be only if you failed by more than 5. I don't know why it reads that way. Let me fix that.
Oh, does it read a different way? I didn't.
Yeah, it says if you
actually make
it says if you fail a saving throw against cold damage.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm taking it to
Well,
be by more than 5.
I
That's
appreciate
what it's
that
supposed to be.
because I remember reading that and thinking, "Wow, we're just gonna get like effed if something like that happens." So, thank you for double checking that.
Not a whole lot of things make you make saving throws against cold damage though. Most cold damage is just direct.
I know, but like, I still worry about things. I come from a different edition where all rules mattered all the time.
I am making sure that everybody's dynamic lighting is set up properly. I really need to swap over to the new dynamic lighting, but I haven't yet.
Hype. We can do that after this session, right, Kappa?
I
Yes,
can
Kappa.
go through and update it all.
10 more or 20 more minutes, right? Right, Ian?
Okay.
yeah.
Check make sure that this is working now.
Got it. So we have half of this encounter, then Ian has to go.
Well, it depends on how you guys decide to take the encounter.
Head on like we always do.
There are people walking out in the wilderness. Prepare to die.
Works 90% of the time.
Except for that
I
one
wouldn't-
time.
Yeah, except for that one time where Venda died, you know.
Yeah, and Jay died.
We don't talk about those character deaths. Those are sacred.
Oh, okay.
He has to die.
Got it.
God, I want Baldur's Gate 3 to be like ready and done already.
Do Goliaths have dark vision?
No.
They do not.
Is that what you are? I
Yes.
thought you were big.
Yes,
Excuse
I
me,
am a
Adrian
Goliath.
thought you were big.
I am
Bunga bunga.
Kratos.
Adrian also speaks giant.
Right, so you guys
Oh.
construct your shelter, and you guys wait for a period of what seems to be about 8 to 9 hours before something finally happens. At which point, you guys see what appears to be a small figure riding a sled, and what looks to be an ogre pulling the sled with a long, thick rope over its shoulder. And Adrian, your passive perception is actually high enough that you realize that this ogre is dead. It's a zombie.
Oh,
That
Okay,
was
so
okay.
while I'm looking out the little peephole that we have, I'm kind of like turning back to relay this information to the party, and then like going back to look, and then like relaying a bit of information, then looking. Like I wouldn't have to whisper very loud since we're all in like this little tiny box.
And what did you relay?
That the
It's a-
ogre
it's
is
a-
dead as a zombie.
It's a zombie ogre being pulled.
When
It's
I
pulling the
hear
thing.
that, I'm gonna put on the helmet, the mask. Horrifying mask.
The horrifying home.
Yeah, that.
Okay. The Durgar seems to halt the ogre and tell it to stop. At
What's a
which,
Durgar?
huh?
What's a Durgar? That's
Oh
the
yeah.
underdog?
Let me describe the the figure. The small little
She said the
figure.
burger.
The small little figure. It appears to be a dwarf, but upon closer inspection, it has purple skin. At this point, you would think that it was a Durgar, which are dwarves from the Underdark.
I will also relay that information.
Once it steps down, it's going to look around. It's just in all the directions to see if it's being watched.
Boy. I'll ready an action to bolt out if he gets back on and starts to ride away.
After looking around for a moment, he sort of nods his head and then he snaps his finger and goes invisible.
I will relay that to the party.
Just gonna reposition you two.
Keep in mind, I can't see a thing. If he's gone invisible, we cannot confirm if he has seen us or not.
I'll kind of take a closer listen to hear if I, or to see if I hear like footsteps leading away or toward us.
What can I see, by the way?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can I make a
Like,
Halflings have dark vision, don't they?
no.
No.
Oh, they don't? Oh, let me change that then.
can I make a perception at advantage for audio cues to see if we hear footsteps coming towards our thing?
Yeah.
You can make a perception check, yeah.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Yeah, he does have advantage on his stealth check though, because he is invisible.
Ah. Easy.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, you aren't able to hear any audio cues. However, you do see depressions in the snow.
Do I know where they're leading?
They're leading towards the town.
Okay. Does that mean the ogre is by itself?
Is it?
Couple minutes. How long does it take us to travel out here? It's a quarter mile out of town.
Yeah, it's a quarter mile out of town.
Alright, so we have 3 days at least.
If he sees his ogres missing when he's gonna be back, he'll get spooked.
Yeah, but invisibility doesn't last forever. We can just follow the little impressions in the snow.
As long as
I had the impression that we would just jump and kill him, but that was
Him
just me.
and the
I don't know.
ogre?
Maybe
That
if
might
he
be
is
a
by
bit much.
himself, well, absolutely, it would be suicide. But if he is without the ogre,
Well, we're
then
not
we can
gonna...
take the ogre.
Yeah, we can take the ogre right now. He's without the ogre, and then we can take him when he
Yes,
returns.
Yes,
or we
exactly.
can fan out and like make sure that we can spot him upon his returning.
Precisely. Yes,
we,
that was ours. I was
Yeah.
proposing exactly that. Yes, you
Yeah.
basically took my idea.
Of course. So let's do that.
Yeah.
that, we can do that, but we have to make sure that he doesn't. We have to make sure that he doesn't notice too soon. Like, if he notices that his ogre's gone from too far away, he'll just run.
We could always stand the ogre back up in its position.
I mean, he would have to be within a range of a couple 100 feet to see it. It is still dark. This is Icewind Dale.
Keep in mind,
Dwarves can see really good in the dark, though.
But for how far? They still have limited vision.
we also
They
do
can't-
not know how it controls the ogre. It could be telepathic.
Yeah, true. It could sense if the ogre dies.
But how long did you say? How many? Like an hour to get there, and then an hour to get back? Is that like?
No, it's a quarter of a mile. You guys can travel half a mile per hour, so it takes about half an hour to get there.
Is he
And then it'll
stealth?
take another half hour to get back.
is he stealthed?
You
Because
don't know.
that doubles
You
travel
know that
time.
he's invisible.
Okay.
So
So
what
we
is the
could wait like
counterproposal?
10 minutes for him to get without, like, out of range, and then we'll spring it on the ogre.
Okay.
Now, if we light a light, though, and he's on his way back, he will see.
Yes. Okay, we'll wait 5 minutes. So is there any other discussions that we want to have in our 5 minutes of downtown?
No, I was just wondering what the alternative would be, but I think this is a good plan as any. Jump the ogre, jump the mage. Or a dwarf thing. I presume it's a necromancer.
It looked like a Draugr?
A burger.
Durger.
An
He's a-
Draugr.
Underdark.
Do we know anything about Durgers?
You guys would just know that they're dwarfs from the Underdark.
No sesame
You guys
seed
wouldn't know
buns.
any information beyond that.
Because out of character, I know they have a fucking dark vision range of 120 feet. But in character, none of us know that.
Oh, we're waiting. Right, it's 5 minutes. That's enough to go 120 feet easy.
More than that, but yeah. Yeah, so we can just pass that if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, you guys wait 5 minutes.
Right. On 3. 1.
Who's lighting the torches?
You are.
I can just cast light on my shield.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
That'll work. I'll charge the beast head on.
So,
Let me
1.
start the fight.
Fine.
Okay.
As I start to shake.
I'll kind of move out of the way to have Cornelius just sit in the opening, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm still stealth from out behind our
right-
little snow.
Right there, in the opening of our little snow thing. Do not leave
Oh.
that.
How tall is it?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't see a damn thing.
I'm just saying, like, you shoot through, like, a little slit that we have in there that we've been peering out of.
Oh,
Think of like a-
Jesus.
Think like a murder hole.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really hard shot to pull off.
No, you put your arrow through it. Like a murder hole. Like, they're specifically designed to do that.
If the
9
little,
minutes.
like, slit in the thing is made with a file, it is only big enough for our eyes to barely see through. Like, the fletching of the arrow would get caught on it.
Well, then maybe we just open it up a little bit more. I'm just saying, you know.
Or we could just all go out and you could still get the drop on it.
That was my original plan.
Okay, well then
you
let's do it.
specifically said you wanted to go first.
Yes.
Alright, I'll wait for you to shoot, and then I'll cast light as soon as I hear you shoot. And I will hold my action to as soon as I hear him, as soon as I can hear the fling of the, like, you know, how it makes that sound when you lose an arrow. When I hear that sound, I'm going to cast light. My shield.
Okay.
Okay, well, do we need to state, like, our prepared actions, or do we just take a surprise round once he starts his thing?
It will
think
be a
it's-
surprise round.
yeah.
The surprise round starts on his fire, so when he loses his arrow, that's when the surprise round starts.
Got it.
Like, that will be his turn in the surprise round.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Do I have advantage on this attack, or do I have to steady aim?
Oh no,
You're
have
hidden.
advantage.
You have advantage, you're unseen.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Alright, roll your
Amazing.
initiative.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I can't select my token.
Oh man, everybody's fucking things are breaking. One sec.
Oh, your token's right there, Cornelius. Or not Cornelius. Fenton.
Wait, you
No, nothing.
you
Hold on.
can't click on it? It says that it's assigned to you.
Oh, okay. All right. So 13.17. I'll correct it. Okay.
I roll great on initiative.
Me too.
Well, it's a surprise round, so we're all gonna beat him up.
I can't even see where he's at.
Amazing.
Okay. So
Right, so
Yeah.
Cornelius, You loose your arrow, and it strikes the zombie. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, how do I say that it's a crit?
You don't.
You just have essentially you would roll the damage.
You would roll the damage twice.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I can do that.
So just click on short bow twice.
And then the only other thing is on the second one you would just remove
subtract
the modifier.
3.
Yeah. So it'd be the 9 plus the 8 plus the 12, and then plus 3 because you minus 3 on the second attack.
So 32.
Hoo-hoo.
Alright, so you loose your arrow and you hear a sickening thud as it sinks into the head of the zombie. It sort of lets out a groan as it gets shot. And yeah, it was a lot of damage. It's not bloodied, but that was a lot of damage.
Got it. And then I guess I would free action put my bow away. Can I do that? Like not free action, but
Don't
free
do
action.
that. Don't do that. Need I
I
remind
want to
you?
light a torch.
Hold on. Need I remind you? Oh, I guess if you have a free action, sure, but like, yeah, just keep in mind I'm using it for damage.
Oh, I
Okay,
did
so
forget.
you're putting your bow
But
away?
No. I'm fine. I have buys that are nice.
Okay, Ferrando.
All right. Cornelius, once more. And then you're gonna add. Does that? This is a surprise round. It's still a crit, right?
Yeah, it's still procs it, so it's still advantage.
Okay.
It's still crit.
So
Which including the D8.
including the D8. So go ahead and I'll roll the D8.
You'd roll 2d8.
2d8.
'cause it's gonna
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Jesus.
another attack.
Roll to hit
There you
again.
go.
Take another attack. Yeah, so 19 hits.
And it hits and crits again.
I don't think it's two. I don't think it's two. I
Sneak
think it's
attack can
one.
only apply once per round, though.
Yeah. So it's just the 5.
Just the 8 plus the 5 on the second one. So 8 plus
Unga
5
bunga.
plus
Superiority die.
another 8. Yeah, plus the 8 from the superiority
It'd be
die.
21.
Yeah. 8 plus 5 is 21. Yes, it is.
Alright, so you loose another arrow, and this time it strikes the zombie in the chest. He is now bloodied.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
Alright, Karn.
Tell me if I can't do this. Could I wait until a light source is being lit? So, say Jillian uses light. Could I pass my turn until after she lights it, then go?
You can hold an
You
action.
would have to hold an action. So you'd have to hold movement or hold your attack, but you can't go after unless it's a held action.
Yeah. So you can hold an attack or hold a movement action to win. Like,
But you won't be able to do both, because you can only hold one of your actions.
Well, I don't even know where it's at, so, and it, yeah, because I can't even see. So, fuck. I'm just gonna light a torch
Okay.
because I can't see anything.
do you have the torch token or something? Or?
Yeah, I have the thing I just pulled onto the board.
Oh yeah, I did re-add that to tools, didn't I?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and that'll be my turn because I still have no idea where it's at.
Alright, Ogre's turn.
It has reaction.
Yep, because it's still a surprise round. Alright, Adrian.
Okay, how do I need to go about exiting this little snow thing, embankment?
You can just walk around it. The way I envision it is you guys just built a snowdrift, so...
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
Jesus, that's a horrible idea.
Well, I had to refresh my Roll20, so I'm gonna wait for it to stop lagging. Upon startup, Roll20 sucks.
So can someone ping where the ogre is? Because I would know,
I
right?
can't see.
I can't see either.
Those of you without vision wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay. So no pinging. Got it.
The torch doesn't illuminate that far.
Do our snowshoes get rid of the difficult terrain modifier of the snow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but we went through this before.
Okay. Rip. If only I
Torch
didn't
is still
switch
broken,
places with
by the way.
Cornelius.
The torch gives 20 feet of bright light and only 15 feet of dim light. Doesn't give 20 feet of dim light.
Boy, I sure do love me some diameters.
So yeah,
Just
with
saying.
A torch is 2020, you know?
Yeah, but it's not giving 2020, it's giving 2015.
It's set up to be 2020, so...
I think it probably just is really hard to see. I think that is 2020. I think it's just really hard to see.
I also didn't have my torch completely centered, so I don't know if that's any difference.
so with staff in one hand and dart in the other, I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, that hits.
Wow. All right, we're making up for last session.
Nice.
Right, so you throw your dart and it sinks itself into the ogre's chest. Sort of like this darkest red blood spilling from the wound.
So is that like the sign of a new zombie? Like it's a fresh zombie?
No, the blood is like a dark red, like almost black.
I don't know how zombies work.
It's a jar of licorice.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. That my staff is ready.
Alright, Jill.
Amazing.
I'm gonna move the direction I saw Adrian go. Move 15 feet here. I see Adrian. I'll take another 10 feet right here, and then I'll cast light
Okay.
on my shield.
Yeah, just drag a torch token onto your character because they get the same amount of light.
It doesn't though.
It's 2020.
I swear it doesn't. Fine.
Oh, is your cantrip not as OP as you remember it?
No.
I have to.
I'm
I
saying
have to go very
I'm saying
soon.
the torch doesn't work. The torch. Is
It does.
giving
The torch is set up to
20.
be 2020. I can show you the token.
Like I have it.
I believe you that it's set up in 2020, but when I measure it, it only gives 2015.
All I'm saying is, this looks like more than 20 feet.
We'll fix it after. We have to end this.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. He's on borrowed time. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
Oh.
my turn.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay, and he's not in sneak, or Adrian is not in sneak attack range, right?
Yes.
No, he is not.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
She is not.
Right, you loose another arrow, and once again, like a splatter of this, like almost black blood, comes out of the zombie.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Frenda.
All right. Goading attack.
Okay.
Light crossbow. Superiority die check.
hits.
And then it's 13 wisdom. Let me just double check that.
I rolled a nat one. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Or not a nat one, a nat 3, but down in someone.
Okay.
So.
Can you take the rest of my turns until give me maybe 8 minutes? But I have to film my wife doing a thing. I made a promise.
Okay. It'll probably be over by then. So
Have fun.
if you just want to call after, that's up to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Later, bud.
Alright, yeah, so it failed to save, it is now goaded. Karn, your turn.
Alright. Which way would be best? So I can't. I'm not. That's retarded now. I can't move around Cornelius like that, correct?
Like what?
So
Oh, like the triangle maneuver?
yeah.
Is that why it was?
I think
You
that
can,
works.
just not enemies. That's what I was told.
Well, I will
Also, not if there's a wall there, so to say.
drop my torch and draw my great axe.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do.
That's why they weren't giving the 20 feet of.
Because they weren't sized.
They were small.
Yep.
All right. The ogre is going to walk up to you. You're closer, and it is going to take an attack at you.
Got it. What does goading attack do?
It makes it so the ogre is compelled to attack him, so it has disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than him.
Got it.
That is a natural 1, so it misses, and it strikes the snow. Alright, now it's your turn. That's all I can do.
Well, it's unfortunate. Bonk.
That hits.
Almost a crit.
Alright, so you smack it and a bit of its flesh comes flying off into the snow next to it.
Ooh, that'll miss though.
That hits.
Oh no!
These things are huge targets.
Alright, so you punch it and you feel your hand sort of sink into its flesh, and as you pull it out, your hand is like bloodied.
Oh no!
You actually like punch
Ew.
through the flesh.
Ew.
It's your flavor purposes. Yeah, I'm not gonna give your hand frostbite.
No, my hand is actually just bloodied. It's at half HP.
That's terrifying for a child.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Jill.
I'm going to range. Yes. I'm going to move 20 feet. And then hit it with the Mace of Disruption.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Is that the one that makes it explode?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't turn off my game.
20 still hits.
Oh no, a 20.
So it's just 3 bludgeoning plus 7 radiant damage.
Alright, so as you hit it, you watch as its body sort of begins to boil and then blows up. This like blood just splattering all around it into the snow, painting the snow a dark like blood red, and covering both you and Adrian in this blood.
That mace should deal an extra 2d6 damage to undead, right? Oh, hold on. Okay, your bludgeoning damage is separated from the radiant damage. Got it. I now understand. It just looked funny.
I didn't realize that this thing also gave off light when I hold it, so I don't need the cast the light scroll anymore as long as I'm holding this.
Oh god.
Because the mace acts as a torch.
Adrian's going to quickly try to brush off all the blood and guts and gore as... Oh god. Right. I run back away from that spot and...
What the hell was that?
The blood stinks really fucking bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like...
What are we gonna do now?
I didn't even get to swing my axe.
Adrian thinks we now lay in wait somewhere else near to town.
Yeah, we can catch him on his way, on his path back to town.
No,
We're
back
gonna
from
have
town.
to. He's gonna come back looking for his monolith and find a puddle. Why?
It's not my fault it exploded.
Yes, it is.
Is the sled next to him, I'm assuming?
The sled is behind the zombie.
Is there anything inside the sled?
No, the sled is empty.
Okay.
Free sledge then.
So, can I, like, move behind this rock?
Sure.
And I am going to... That's not far enough away. I can still see the ogre, which means he definitely. Wait a minute.
You aren't behind the rock. This is behind the rock, or this is.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about like I'm trying to like set up in a spot where we could like flank him or whatever. Like we could like fight him from this rock. But I am testing to see if his dark vision would see ogre. And yes,
Also, I'm gonna look for my arrows real quick. Yeet.
I wanna.
I would say let's go halfway between here and town, and then we can like just hide as best we can, and then when it gets close, we can try to ambush him.
we have general knowledge that Underdark things can see in the dark, correct?
Yeah, you know the things from the Underdark can see in the dark.
And they are normally in the dark, so they usually have. Do they normally have superior dark vision? Like they see farther than normal?
Character wouldn't know.
In general,
Okay.
yes, but yeah, our characters wouldn't know that. But
Okay.
the majority of things do have superior dark vision. But
Got it.
yeah.
So I would like to at least move away so that I guess I
Yeah.
can't see it.
I'm gonna drop light on my shield and also move my mace so I am not like trying to like,
Lit up.
beacon.
Alright, as you guys kill this zombie and it explodes, and you guys deliberate what you're going to do next, we are going to end our session.
Can I grab my dart?
Yeah, you can retrieve your dart, make an investigation. Wait, no, darts
It's a
aren't
thrown
ammo.
weapon.
Yeah,
Hype.
we went over this before. I corrected myself.
You can just
Thank
pick
you.
up his dart because it's a thrown weapon.
Yeah, so the ammunition.
Yes, thank you, Maya.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, Arthian.
Wait, you can call me Maya, I don't care.
Well, I don't know.
My
We're
stream can know my
streaming. We're streaming. I don't know what
Stream
kind
knows
of
my
things.
name. Every stream knows my name.
Okay, Arthiani.
Did you go ahead and end the stream, Stephen?
No.